out. It's good to see you, old man.
You up for one last job, Billy?
Who's the mark?
The black-eyed bastard responsible for all the chaos.
We're gonna kill the outsider.
Oh, it would choose just that moment to need to refresh. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Narcogen. We're playing
I'm
Dishonored, Death of the Outsider.
Jill?
And I am Jilly Bean.
There we go. I knew she'd be there somewhere.
Well, I didn't want to step over your introductions.
I know, everybody does. Yes, welcome everybody. This is the Rambuncity.net playthrough of the Dishonored expansion pack being piloted by Jilly Bean. I'd like to say hi to Pi on 4, who's already in the chat. How you doing, Pi?
Hi, Pi.
And for anybody who was here last week that got a chance to sample some of Jilly Bean's greatest hits, please donate $19.95 to our Patreon channel, and you too will get a copy that you can digitally download and share with all your friends.
I don't, because we have none of that.
No, we don't. So she does a beautiful rendition of some classic Futurama musicals. We're going to be continuing on with this.
And
the
I
next
do
episode
take
is
requests.
Yeah, I know. That would be fun. I can't think of all the different ones we could do. We're going up with Section 2, Follow the Ink. Is that the name of this episode?
We are indeed.
Right,
So
but this is a different
things,
save file than the last one.
Yeah, so one of the things that I realised towards the end of last week was that because we'd chosen a new game plus, we actually had a different power set than usual.
Dun, dun, dun.
If I show you the powers, we actually have 4 powers which we've not seen before in Dishonored, which I think are, I think it's worthwhile showing off these new powers. So I went back and I replayed. So we have Displace, which allows you to deploy a marker at a certain range, and then you swap positions with that marker, which is quite cool. So that's kind of like the Blink far reach activity that allows you to move quickly between places. You have Foresight, which is a little bit like the seeing through walls, but instead what you do is you stop time and you can explore the environment with time stopped, which is quite like unseen, which is quite cool. There's the Rat Whispers, which we've already seen is the same. And then this one, which is really cool, which is Semblance. So it allows you to steal somebody's identity, leaving them unconscious and fooling their allies.
Oh, so you can infiltrate as them.
Yeah.
Right, so this lets you fight as somebody else, unlike Possession.
Right.
Yes, so you have like all of the sort of, you can move around and walk around while you are that person. You can interact with people.
Do you have your own weapon loadout or theirs?
You have their weapon loadout, but it doesn't last very long, so you're not going to stay in their body for a huge amount of time. But, you know, if you're better at fighting than I am, you can do some quite cool stuff with it. So
Did you just walk down the banister?
I did.
Can you go in third person for that? Because I think that would be amusing to watch.
Sadly not.
Oh, Pi says not having dark vision is a blessing in disguise, because otherwise the game is just sepia.
Sepia. Oh, yeah. We don't want dystopian brown being our only color.
So this is what the far reach looks like.
Oh, aloha. Leah Crow's in the chat. Hi, how you doing?
Hey, Leah Crow.
You peek up here. So it's quite cool.
Oh, neat. Okay. Now, is that mechanically different than your other jump around mechanic?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. So it behaves differently?
Yeah, it
the
does.
animation's different. Color's different.
So here's one of the ways that it is. This is the far sight ability where you can see we are paused.
Oh,
we can
okay.
float around.
So it's kind of like a remote spy cam.
Yeah.
Yeah, an LCD cam looking at the blue cast. But at least it's a change from sepia.
Also place a marker when we are in the roving far sight
Oh,
mode.
so now you can teleport there.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, really? That's a pretty long way.
Come on, let's get this shindig started.
That is useful.
So you can predetermine
that's quite
targets.
cool.
Wow.
Everything ready?
Almost. I activated the floor security.
Why does Megan get better powers than Emily?
Following them.
Because obviously years later, hello.
Good.
They didn't think about it in the development time of the other game, so.
Guest wandered in there looking for Yun's autograph. That electrified floor made her scream like a skewered rat. But only opera singers can.
So there's an electrified floor somewhere.
Shame no one heard her own concert.
Also, people know the sound it makes when you skewer a rat.
Yes.
Well, obviously,
Even if you're,
yeah.
if you're an elite guard.
It,
you
well,
know
they
that
obviously
sound.
worked in the beer bottling industry for years before.
Yeah.
They've upgraded to guard. Also, is this particular load, does it have the information that we had barbecued that poor guy that we were trying to save last time?
Yeah, so we kidnapped the bartender. We did that fine. I killed the mime fine. We haven't done workplace harassment yet, but I failed missing brother, and I did go and deliberately barbecue him.
You
I
did?
can show you
Just
that
for
if you want.
consistency's
Just
sake.
for consistency.
For
okay.
consistency, I did.
Yeah.
I actually even recorded myself do it. I meant to send that to you, Narc, and then totally
Leah
forgot.
Crow said the
But,
last installment was highly therapeutic, by the way. I also went to Twitch and I made a clip of that.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
wow.
So the
That was
Twitch
popular.
clip
It was pretty
collection
funny.
on the Narcogen page now has a clip that is entitled "Jilly Bean is a good person."
Leah says, yeah, hilarious ad. Oh my god. Yeah, to be honest, actually, that was kind of funny, but at the same time, we could have left that as an Easter egg, that if people could have discovered the discrepancy between one save frame and this one,
Yeah.
showing, oh, she's cheating in the background. Pion Force says, don't you hate it when someone steals your blood and then burns you alive? Yes.
Yep.
Yes, I do.
It's one of the worst things. So if I show you what semblance looks like, where's she gone?
I gotta say, I love the hardwood floor accuracy with the wearing and the water damage, and looks just like my house.
No gas explosion damage though, so not exactly like your
No,
house.
we were extremely lucky. Thank goodness.
Just
I mean, there are
pop
poor
her
people out
down
there
here.
whose houses are now matchsticks, so we did not have any of that. In fact, we were some of the luckiest people in town, because not only did we have a generator for power, but we also had the internet and Wi-Fi and television and everything else, because generator runs all that. So we were a lot better off than most.
So we can now walk past everybody because we are wearing the maid's face, technically speaking.
You get her outfit too, because that could be fun.
I'm not sure if we have actually.
Yeah, we need more third person. I gotta say so, it's really weird. You're always carrying something creepy in your hand in this game.
It's no problem. No problem.
Leah says, ew. She agrees with me.
Ooh, Impression of the Void number 3. I'll take that.
Wow,
Never
what happened to
seen
1
it,
and
but I heard
2?
enough from Dowd to know it's not a place you forget.
Yeah, it's not a place you want to visit, no.
Okay, so we're in here, just to remind people, we're investigating Shan Yun because his name was mentioned in the Red Camellia's tattoo book list. So we know that there's something suspicious about this dude. Therefore, we are looking for the knife in his house, basically.
Well, here's the funny thing. Isn't that a name of a character in Firefly? Is that where they got the reference from? Or is this a total coincidence that they also have a character in here called Shan Yun?
I don't know.
Because if you actually check one of the episodes, yeah, there was a joking reference that this very evil character named Shan Yun, who wrote about torture and pain and death and whatnot, and had this thing where spend 30 years with a man, spending all of your time with him, eating his meals and living with his family, and then you hold him over the lip of the volcano, and on that day you will truly meet the man. So for them to pick that name here and define their character as someone that you have to attack and whatnot, I'm just wondering if that's where they got it from.
Yeah, maybe. So One of the things I quite like about the far sight power is that you can mark guards like this, and then you get to see their sort of cone of vision, and then you get a little bit of where they're going to go.
Oh, the cone of vision seems kind of narrow. It's like, what, 45 degrees?
Here on marked guards, we refer to all people, persons, and things as marked guards.
Oops.
Oh.
That wasn't fair.
Yeah,
I
what
lagged
happened?
out.
Yeah, the game centered on
the
you
game
right there.
itself glitched. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's,
over.
go this one.
Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. Heard.
Well, that solves that problem.
Problems.
Yep.
Damn it, console.
When you're trying to be sneaky and the whole world glitches, isn't that just the worst?
It's not the best, I'll tell you that. I guess we'll have to wait for the next generation of console. So we're gonna try that again, ladies and gentlemen. Please stand by while we reload to and from our past save.
Oh, also, we'll mention again at the bottom of the show, but next week's Dishonored broadcast will be on Saturday.
Yes.
At 11 a.m. Eastern instead of
Jilly,
Sunday.
unfortunately, is developing a social life. Therefore, her complicated schedule is somehow conflicting with ours.
Yeah. And so Sunday we will once again do something else.
Yes. So,
I can wait.
don't fret. Oh, it's amazing she doesn't realize not only is he making these noises, but the fact that you drag him out of the room and he suddenly disappeared.
See, he didn't explode when I threw him.
You couldn't.
There's,
Okay.
there's no
You couldn't
lantern
just
there.
put him in the chair like a normal person?
You're so boring, Black Star.
No, you had to pitch him in a pile of... I was waiting for you to set it on fire.
You need to
Is
pick
she
up that pipe
confused by
pistol
the
and
open
scrap
door?
that sink.
Oh, Leah says thanks for the heads up. You're very welcome. I know that people, you know, have expectations, and we would hate to not fulfill them.
Whoop. That's the wrong
Nope,
power,
wrong
but
power.
this is okay.
Yeah,
We'll be
totally
fine.
sneak behind her.
I think I jumped through her.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Transporter accident.
Doop-a-doop-a-doo, doopy-doopy-doo. It's okay.
Jeez.
It's okay. Just close your eyes, Black Star. It's all fine. It's all fine.
That's pretty effing far from okay.
She's
Oh,
fine.
God.
She's fine. I am a good person.
Oh man, I just had breakfast.
So did she, I guess.
Oh man.
There we go.
Yeah,
all
but
fine.
you know what
It's all
she
fine.
ate.
It's all good.
Wow.
It's all good. There's not a
Okay.
problem here. It's not
You
a problem
didn't
here.
plan. Please tell me you didn't
So
plan
some of
that.
the devs planned that, like, all right, if you teleport through a person, cut them in half just like you would use a sword. You know, just in
Yeah,
case.
doesn't
Just in
that
case
kinda
somebody
make that-
does it.
Yeah, doesn't that make that OP? So
Pi says you're going to need to make a
theoretically,
few trips.
You, at least have a bag. We're gonna need one.
Carrie, I love that the right leg is separated from the left leg.
Along with the other bit. Where's her head? That was her head in the corner, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll just pop that there.
That's not gonna fit in the toilet.
The head might, though. I mean, it wouldn't flush, but it would
No,
totally
it's
fit.
so not gonna. It's gonna bob in there like a cork.
Come, little head. It's okay.
Oh my
It's okay.
god.
Okay, now
So
now we're
wrong.
definitely playing Fallout.
Oh.
Oh, no.
If you're about to put the head in the toilet, this
Take the
might as well be
helmet-
Fallout.
God.
There we go. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. See,
Wow.
he's still singing in there. It's fine.
Oh, he's not gonna be singing for long. Let me tell you.
It's fine.
Oh.
Here, just
I take it they haven't
Yeah.
made wood chippers in this game yet, have they?
it's fine. It's fine.
No,
There's-
you
there's
just.
I would have laughed if
There's
that
not a
had
problem
worked,
there.
but I didn't really expect it to.
It does change the meaning of the term "soaking your head." Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Her legs
all
aren't gonna
good.
fit in the drawer. What? You can tell you
Everything
didn't
is
think this
fine.
through. Yeah, Pi on 4 says you obviously should have stashed them under the sink. That's where everybody else would put them. Whew. Okay, for those just tuning in, no, Jilly isn't a serial killer that we're aware of. However, at this
Or
stage, I
is
am slightly
she?
concerned Yeah, or is she? I don't know.
It's all fine.
It's the denial aspect that I think is the scariest part.
I think it's perfectly normal behavior. When you accidentally portal splice somebody, you get rid of the evidence.
There's a term for it?
This is why no one has ever caught me in my portal gun.
Did you term this phrase portal splice?
No, that's a ye olde phrase.
Really, that's a thing. Okay.
Yep. Okay, so let's read a good old Shan Yun's diary.
Yep. He says it's like you've never telefragged someone before.
Once,
yeah, exactly.
And I didn't like
Come on,
it.
Blackstar. I must remember to change the aria that unlocks my safe. Perhaps I'll grab Gloriana's card from the gallery and calibrate the safe to it. Bah, it doesn't matter what song I choose as long as it's different. I can't keep Among the Oxrush Blooms as the key, not now that Elena, I can never figure out how to say her name, knows the secret to my musical lock. I adore her, but I'm no fool. A man must protect his treasures. My darling Elena believes the lock requires live singing to open, and I didn't disabuse her of the notion, but it's untrue. An audiograph of the correct aria will suffice as well. As long as the lock recognizes the pure tones of my voice, it will open. The safe company insists it's dangerous to have audiographs as a reserve measure, but what else could I do? I'll never forget the time I had a throat infection. The stubborn lock didn't recognize my sad croaks and squawks as me. It refused to open, and I couldn't wear my jewels that night. No, better a little risk than to perform unadorned.
Wow.
Nobody writes this kinds of things in their diaries. No. I don't think.
Yeah. No, that's exposition for us. Pi says, no, wait, that's when you telefrag yourself. Yeah, I've done that a few times in Marathon and stuff. I've done that to Narc on occasion. See if you can remember that video.
Yep.
So we have an audiograph here, and we just picked up mission item, which is not actually going to show us, but what we could do is
there a recording of that song?
I could put in a song called Among the Oxrush Blooms here.
Oh, that's the old one, isn't it? Or is he saying he wants to change it, but he hasn't yet?
Yes, he wants to change it, he hasn't yet. So that obviously means that we have the musical key,
Yeah,
Leah says
in his museum he has another audiograph called Release Thy Golden Locks, Gloriana, which is downstairs. But we could...
Are we saving that for a collection? Leah says, hey, if you're going to be a murderer, you may as well do it the most hilarious way possible. Yeah, but that involves pianos and safes and a lot of winching.
Shan Yun. Normally I'd have to pay a fortune to hear him sing. But that's not why I'm here.
I will take his face. And now I am Shan Yun. Oh, a hand. God damn it.
Wow, so
and
many
if we
parts.
Sing.
Forgotten
some. Oxrush blooms. Can't fool a machine.
So even though you are his...
Only Shan Yun's voice can...
you are being him, you still can't sing well enough
so
to
you
unlock
only
the
look
safe,
like
which I
him.
think is quite cute, actually.
So unless the safe gets face wrecked, you're in trouble.
Yeah. I think it's quite cute.
So couldn't you possess him or something, or
that was that was taking his body, taking his appearance. But because you're only taking his appearance, not him, you can't actually.
Well, no, the old power was you could actually possess the whole body. Like you could take the rats.
But you're just wearing his face this time, so it doesn't work in the same way, which I think is really cool.
Well, yeah. But
so if you had possession in the power set, would that have worked?
Yeah, I think that's why they changed it.
I don't know, because you never seem to be able to move very sophisticatedly when you are possessing someone. You're not very good at fighting and stuff. I just think it's a really cute little touch.
It is. Well, this game is full of cute little touches. It's amazing. I gotta say, I'm very impressed at not only the style but also the mechanics and all the little niggly things. Especially the teleport decapitation. That was like, wow. Pieces.
Yeah. And you see, now that we've possessed his face once, we can't do it again.
Oh, really? It's a one-time thing.
Only seem to be able to take somebody's face and switch to another.
Is he going to look like that forever because you took his face? You can't put it back?
To me, possibly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's another guide to my collection.
Wow, can't say I like the shoes.
There's this thing, a curious contraption. which we
Really?
can turn off.
My God, it's the MacGuffin machine.
Shan Yun's working notes. I am stagnating. Every song I write bores me. I need inspiration. There are untapped depths within me. Songs that make Gloriana sound like a raven squawks. Of course, my adoring audience can't tell the difference. They gave me 3 standing ovations at the Opera House tonight, crying encore until they were hoarse. But they came for my fame, the handsome face on the posters more than my music. No, I can't let their adoration make me complacent. I must expand my talents and create ever more wondrous songs. But how? Legend says great composer Anton Cheswick wrote his Pandician concerto in the throes of death, each note a cry of loss and longing from the brink of the void. Perhaps a taste of death would inspire me too. Yes, that's it. I must die a little to be reborn as an artist. I must peer beyond the veil and behold the great truths of existence. But what better inspiration? What purer source of creative power? Imagine the masterpieces I will compose gazing into the black eyes of the outsider himself.
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
So,
Dun, dun, dun.
what was the gizmo doing?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
I can turn it on and off.
Pi says, yeah, I don't think you could ever speak when you were possessing someone, but I know how the game has some unique possibilities when you're using new game plus powers. So.
It's like a Thaumcraft thing. Looks like an arcane alembic.
I don't know. I think we're cross-purposing here. Now, you sure you got all the limbs and body parts? Because we don't want people just, like, wandering in.
Good point.
Yeah, there was a
For those
hand.
just tuning
Right.
in, yeah, you might want to do something with that. Jilly accidentally telefragged through someone that unfortunately left lots of pieces everywhere, and she's finding strategically interesting places to save them. Golfer says, hey, Blackstar, I got the exotic cannon quest from Gambit last night. We've been playing Destiny 2 lately, and one of the quests is to get a special weapon called Malfeasance, and apparently the drop to even begin the quest is a boss that is invariably incredibly rare and totally random. People have been playing games for like 8-10 hours and not getting it. Golfer apparently has been lucky enough too, so congratulations, Golfer. You are now the envy of all other major Destiny 2 players.
Ooh, well done, Golfer.
We're going down the dumbwaiter?
Going down the dumbwaiter.
Which I always thought was
Actually,
kind of a
this
bad name. It's so not fair. It's not only insulting to waiters, but
cute.
also the guys who invented this. I mean, this is a pretty smart waiter, if you ask me. Oh, jeez, Golfer says I got on my first match. Wow, that now you're just ticking people off.
Term. Bird of Prey.
Let's have a look at that. Bird of Prey, drop assassination restores some health. Yes, we will have that. And let's have some hardiness and rapid displacement. I never liked rapid displacement, so that
I don't
kind
know.
of lets you use the displace power a bit more like Blink, but I like, we've already seen how disastrous my
Yeah.
displacing can go.
I'm just wondering if there's something we could do to maximize that.
Displace costs no energy if used on an unaware character.
Yeah. This one. So displace costs no void energy if used close to an unaware character, but displace into penetration will always kill you. So if I do another
Oh.
void splice,
That would
like
have killed
before,
you instead of her.
it would have killed me. Yeah.
Okay,
Ooh,
that's probably not
lucky.
worth it then.
So there's the electrified floor, and that's where he probably keeps all of
Ooh.
his stuff.
Okay. Is it supposed to sparkle like that? That kind of defeats the purpose of having a hidden electrified floor, doesn't it?
Why was the dumbwaiter room key locked inside the dumbwaiter room?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, how was one supposed to teleport through the door?
But
Yeah,
how would anybody else
come
get
on.
in to use the dumbwaiter?
Use your
Oh,
brain.
That worked out.
It's all fine. It's all fine.
When is it
We
not?
are going to. How are we going to do this? Yeah, let's. Oh, I did not mean to mark those jelly deals.
What was that? Those seems like pieces parts of something.
I think things have gone wrong.
No. This is exactly how I meant this to go.
Remember, folks, Jilly is never in denial about anything.
It's all
Ever.
good. Can I have your face?
No, not the poor staff.
Okay.
She's not getting paid enough for this, man.
Where's the stairs? Here's the stairs. Hi, I'm a maid. Just
You know, for a second there, I thought
perfectly
that was
normal
like
maid.
Gillian Anderson there.
Nobody get angry at me. That's still.
Now, wouldn't they have
Yeah,
noticed
she
that?
might
If you
be
walk
somewhere
in, does
close.
that electrocute you or the maid?
Right. Well, not
The
to mention
maid.
the fact, don't
Me
they
and
notice
Nick,
that
I'm
you're...
only wearing the maid's face.
Right,
I've
right.
left.
Well, thank you. That's my point. Don't they notice that you totally changed your outfit and that you're not dressed as a maid anymore?
Possibly.
Darn.
No
the
one?
flaw in the system. Things to stand on.
An expensive hobby.
Can I? Whoop.
You reach the door to close it from the
Oh,
top
wow.
of the case.
That would have been funny if you fell off.
Trying to. And failing miserably. Let's go up there.
This whole business has me on pins and needles. Jumpy as anything.
It's okay. Everything's fine. Nobody be angry. It's all good. Ah, that's the one I want because it's glowing. Ah, shoot.
Sure hope she's not around anymore. I'm not in the mood.
Oh no. Ow! No, I can,
Oh. Don't worry,
see it
everything's
coming.
fine here now. Everything's good, and we're all fine.
good. All good.
Let's try that again. Pine Force said, yeah, she's not around anymore. Oh, Golfer says, yeah, I'm not looking forward to the steps. It consists of deposing 500 notes and winning 10 gambit matches. Yeah, that's going to be a grind. I've heard that getting that weapon is not the easiest in the world.
might get people to actually bank their moats, though.
And sadly, I think that's the real reason behind a lot of the quests
Yeah.
and the things to get people to play the game as designed. And it's sad that you actually have to do that.
No, don't do that. Something hurt me there, and I don't know what hurt me.
Bungie needs to
probably
start
yourself.
putting in a bounty that just says play the objective.
I know, it's like, oh my god. Oh, follow the rules.
No, you talk.
And to be honest, I also think it's probably population density. You know, there are only a certain, there's a finite amount of people to play with. So the more that are doing this quest and the more that are trying to seek it, they're going to be staying in a lot longer and playing more often. Nathema Weber's in the chat. Nathema, how's it going? Yeah, if you're just tuning in now, you're definitely going to want to play back at the beginning of this. When we first started, Jilly, coming off of her recent barbecue fetish, has also decided to figure out a new and interesting, painful way to use the teleporter.
But we did it. We did a trick. We sawed a lady in half.
Yeah.
And as well as her arms, her legs, her head. Yeah, just don't eat first.
Yeah. And if you are,
Why would that kill me?
Wow.
I think I got spliced by the dumb waiter.
By the dumb waiter. Yeah.
I don't know. Waiter sounds pretty smarter the more we talk about him.
Yeah.
Go
And if you are
waiter.
just joining, Jilly did replay the last chapter we did.
Yes.
With the new power set, so we have a different set of powers this
the classic
week than we
one,
did the last episode.
Pine Force's payback. Yeah, see, that's what you get for calling him dumb.
Right, so now I have disengaged the power,
Right.
and we can see the power is down, and
Don't-
now somebody will go and investigate because they are suspicious.
Don't you want to use that large, container of whale explosive?
No, I'm stealthy. I don't kill people.
Yeah, they're gonna come to this room to investigate, right? They're not gonna go
Yeah.
and look at the thing you want to
yeah,
steal
I think they
instead.
will actually.
The
good
theme
point.
says I'll
Let's
play it
get
when the
out of
live
here.
stream's over. Yeah, you're gonna want to. It's good. Oh man.
Ooh, boop, boop, boop.
Oh, Jim.
Come on.
Wow, that must
Fine.
have been really weird seeing you crawl in there.
Totally fine.
I saw you. No,
He saw me. Can you believe he saw me?
Wow.
But I was so stealthy.
You eagle-eyed you.
So he's not in here anymore. Actually, that's kind of funny.
I'm surprised he didn't put the whale thing back.
Okay, where can we? Oh, ran out of power. I ran out of mana.
More bad things have happened here in the last 5 years than in all the years of my life before that. I know that much.
I don't know.
So
Haven't been
really-
upstairs.
You know, 80-20 rule.
Yeah.
Well, there's more bad things going on in this bathroom in the last 5 minutes.
Oop.
Did you fall
I like
down?
that your floating head thingy, your floating eye that sees the world
Can
is,
fall.
Yeah, it can fall. So I fell down the banister there, which was not what I meant to do.
It's probably mechanically in the game, just like possessing a flying creature.
Yes.
Yeah. Very likely.
How many more hours of this?
It's funny to think
If I
about
had time,
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
I'm
right
gonna
now.
get
Thinking
what,
about
3?
right
Yeah, about
now.
3 more
show
hours.
yourself.
Now, how come he doesn't run in and tell everybody else where you are, that he just saw some strange woman, you know, with magical powers, a giant blade crawling into the dumbwaiter?
I'm really not sure.
Who would believe him?
Who wouldn't in a world like this with giant flies
fair
and
enough.
weird magic and bone charms and beating hearts and hands, etc., etc.? For them, that would be like Tuesday.
What the?
Oh, excuse me, pardon
Nope,
me.
that was not what we meant to do either.
Nope.
You're
Oh Lord.
Come fight face to face.
Or somebody else's face-to-face.
Yeah, somebody else face to face. Okay, I've learned my lesson. This time I'm not going to unlock the door.
Okay, good idea. Now, can you just teleport other people places too? Because I think it would have been terribly effective to say teleport somebody 40 feet in the air and have them just fall to their deaths.
It would be effective, but I can't do it. Okay, so we're not unlocking this door. We are unplugging the thing.
Right. Now,
And
why
then
don't
go
you just
back up
throw
the
that at
dumbwaiter,
them?
right?
Yes.
Why don't you send down the whale thing? Won't that explode the downstairs?
Why? But why would I explode the downstairs?
I don't know. Reasons?
Ow.
Right, so nobody on this floor is alerted. Now you just have to make
Yes.
your way down there
Yes.
the hard way.
Everyone downstairs, upstairs, sorry, is dead or dismembered.
Or floating in toilets.
Yes. Okay. This guy has already opened that door, which is great. I want to be here-ish, really. Yeah. Now.
I saw you. No, you.
It's no use hiding.
Leah says, you can't get an explosive and not use it. That's how I feel, you know. I think we're wasting a lovely
I think
opportunity.
using explosives is a high chaos thing, though, isn't it?
Do we really mind? I mean, I didn't notice any difference between the last one, did you?
We were low chaos last time.
Right. We aren't low enough now.
Does
to-
chaos only consider deaths, or does it consider, like, explosions and property damage?
Back to Dunwall.
It considers explosions and property damage as well.
Oh,
Really?
interesting.
Yeah.
From Bristol,
So breaking a lot of the breakable doors, then, and such?
Yeah. I think so, anyway. And I think everything has a small amount of chaos, but some things, for example, the sort of the big ethical decisions carry quite a lot of weight. So for the most part, you can mess up and still be okay.
Okay.
So
now
I'm
if
wearing
you're-
that guard's face.
face. Yeah, well, you're not carrying his chest, so I still don't know how well that illusion's gonna work.
Going really well.
This is
Totally
Yes,
non-suspicious thing for a guard to do in front of
Right.
his buddy.
Yep.
Clothes and body type aren't even remotely different.
Whoops. Get up the stairs.
Really go for a whiskey.
It's fine. No one.
2 penny drinks.
Notice that he's hoofing it.
Come with me. We're going in this room. And hoping there's no one in here.
Pi says chaos is not tracked overall in Death of the Outsider, so it's only
Yeah.
level by level, not overall.
Interesting.
Yeah, some actions you can take are referenced in later levels.
I did not know that.
So it's a reference mechanic,
So it's not cumulative then.
which is good.
Yeah.
So when we have anomalies like that, it won't affect the overall whole. Oh, how long has that been in that locker? Ew.
I'm sure it's fine.
Does the name of that apple mean that there's this phrase in this world which is ship-shape and gristle fashion?
Yeah, I
God.
think it probably does.
feels wrong.
Okay. It's all good.
I follow on Twitter some people who are significantly into Star Wars, and I won't belabor the opinions about that because it's not really that interesting. But they did have a thing about like how you decide in expanded universe fiction when to make up a custom name for a thing as opposed to just use a word. So, for instance, and somebody was quoting as an example that, like, you can't call toast toast. It has to have its own word. However,
bread.
you can still use the word toasted as a euphemism for someone being killed, even though there's no toast.
Really?
But someone can still be toasted.
Oh, I don't know if I agree with that.
I
that
don't
making no
either.
sense.
They didn't either. They were just pointing out how it's difficult to make a... It's difficult to use an existing language to make a completely consistent alien milieu,
Yeah.
you know?
Especially if
okay.
you're talking about English. Like, you know, just earlier, Shan Yun was talking about encores in a world where Italy doesn't exist, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
See, perfect example. So yeah, so coming up with an entirely unique lexicon is not the easiest thing in the world. Not to mention to maintain its consistency and its acceptance by the audience playing it. Because if there are no common frames of reference, then it doesn't work.
So, a letter from Michael's bank. Dear Sir, we are pleased to inform you that the personal box registered with the Yun Jacobi joint account has been fitted with new locks as part of our routine annual security updates. You will each receive a new key to this box located in our private vault. Both keys are required to access it. Please contact me with any questions. Your servant, Lucretia Morital.
And under no circumstances whatsoever are you going to use a voice as a lock key.
Yes, that would be a really terrible idea.
Yeah, let alone a song.
Turn your key, sir.
Yeah, Pi says, yeah, it's kind of liberating getting to decide if you think if someone is going to die and to not get locked out of an ending, or if you accidentally cremate someone.
That was a side thing, though. That was just like a bounty.
And somewhat accidental.
Like, that person was not that important.
No. Well, neither was the one we teleported through either.
No, that was literally a red shirt guard.
Yep. And, well, it was even redder when we were done.
Who opened this door?
Nobody.
Maybe the wind or something.
Will they stop complaining about the door being open if we close it? Can we do that? Can we close the door before we leave?
I don't know. Would that work?
I think it would, actually.
I do feel like we're somewhat cheating with all the wall hacks.
Nobody.
All right, fine. Like, tell us what you really think, Narcan. Oh yeah,
catch that.
I'm not trying to further devalue the lives of common people in Dunwall. I think the game is doing a good enough job as it is. I'm just saying that in terms of any mechanical stat tracking system like Chaos, I wouldn't have expected the game to equally weight a side mission with the central character of a main mission. So it wasn't as bad as, you know, accidentally killing the Duke. For instance.
I'd forgotten about that. I'm so bad at these games.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm arguing the point now that It doesn't mean I don't value human life to say it wasn't as bad when we accidentally burned that guy's brother as opposed to dropping the Duke.
Yeah.
Which is what that should become a catchphrase from now on. I see what you did. You dropped the
We
Duke.
dropped the Duke.
Oops. Duke dropping. It's a thing. Yeah,
Okay,
Paizo's
so we
great
know
assassin, though.
where we know that the knife is in the bank now, and we know that there is a Jacobi Yoon joint account. So let's just go and investigate Jacobi's offices before we finish up this
Leah
level.
says, good times. Yeah, I know. We're all already feeling nostalgic about Jilly's previous episodes. Oh boy. Yeah, that's going to make the highlight reel.
So
You
we're
just know
trying
it.
to steal a knife out of a vault
For reasons. It's a very special
out of the account of
knife.
somebody who has a joint safe deposit box.
Yeah, so the Dowd wants to kill the outsider. The last time the outsider was killed, it was using a special twin-bladed knife. Dowd has learned that it's somewhere in Upper Syria. We thought it was in Shan Yun's house. We found out from the safe that Shan Yun is hiding something in a joint account in the bank. So we're assuming that the knife is there.
Dun dun dun.
It's a little complicated.
It always is.
Well, actually, okay. See, the last time killing an ordinary person with this knife made them into the outsider, right? The creation of a god through an act of involuntary sacrifice.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be the way to kill the outsider to kill somebody else with that knife and thereby replace the outsider?
I would think that they would change the mechanics slightly and say you can't kill them with a knife, you have to use a spoon, possibly a spork. But I don't know, the mechanic to me always, runs the mill the same way that, every time a character in a movie or a book shoots a door control, it always does exactly what they want it to, and the shooting just engages it. So if you want to lock the door so people won't open it, you shoot it.
But
You
I'm
wanna
just
open
saying,
door
the
to get
thing
through it,
that's-
you shoot it. So
The thing that's special about this knife is that it turned the person they killed with it into God.
right. So how does Kid
So-
taking God and stabbing him again undo it?
It's a toggle, I guess? Is that what we're saying?
Exactly. Yeah. It's the intention. I
quite like
stab you,
that idea.
make you a god. I stab you again, undo it. Yeah, it's like a
Can it just make him an ordinary person then?
kinda, yeah. And
Well, but I think they don't want any god at all.
Fair enough.
yeah, nobody should have those. They're more trouble than they're worth. Take it from the Klingons.
So this is a journal from E. Cienfuegos. On the
Hola.
5th day of the month of songs, another dream, not the void, but a place every Karnakan sees daily. Shindari Peak, with light unfurling upwards from it. I have no idea what it could mean. Do I investigate? The mountain calls me. I asked Teresia to mind the shops so I could go climbing. She was curious, naturally, worried. I'd never expressed any interest in climbing before. Why now? Why alone? For her sake, I lied and calmed her fears as best I could. My reasons would only frighten her further. I ascended one of the foothills of the mountain. It will be several days before I pass the tree line, but I am making progress. Each night I stare up at the mountain's peak, fringed with stars, remember the dream. Nearly fell into a black pit. Glad I brought my pistol too. The wild animals here are bold and bloodthirsty. I'm nearly out of provisions and nothing to show for my trip except exhaustion and lightheadedness. I grew frustrated and hungry. I spent 16 days wandering the slopes of that cursed mountain, and for what? Only the repeated opportunity to break my neck in some accident and never be found. There was nothing here but dangerous creatures and abandoned mining equipment. Why did my dreams draw me to that place? I stretched a new canvas this morning. If my dreams won't let me understand, the least I can do is remember. The brushes and pigments are prepared. I will see my vision realize here as with all others.
Wow, it's too bad we didn't read this earlier. That whole breaking neck part would have been dramatic foreshadowing.
That looks like Shindari Peak. But what's that light?
Indeed.
What's that light? It's glowing. Almost Ow. I was going to say open a cabinet, but, clearly.
Open, smash. It's all the same thing. Oh, I mean that I wanted a fig. So we have one other little a side contract, which is workplace harassment. So I work at the bank. I have certain customers tormenting me, threatens and blackmails me. She does nails dead blood flies to the door, yada yada yada. So,
What about Kissinger? Broad strokes.
We can go and investigate this thing at the bank, and probably the best way to do that is to be seen. That's exactly the best way to do that.
You blew my cover.
I think he's lost me.
That must make you feel really silly when you beam around everywhere, and your last one takes you out into total exposure to the point where you just have to sit there and wait and say, yeah, I have to recharge my mana, so
Yeah.
Hold on a minute.
Nothing I can do here. I'm so
A little
sorry.
more. Just a second. Almost done. Now I can get out of here.
You, my friend. You were being semblanced. Oop, nope. There we go.
Can't stay hidden.
Yes, I can, if I take his face.
I love how you were crouching down behind him.
I'm
Now
just
that
a
you
worker running into the bank. There is
Right.
absolutely nothing suspicious about that whatsoever.
Well, no, what would have been hysterical is that even after you took his face, you're still crouch walking around everywhere.
But wait a minute, it isn't any less suspicious that a blacksmith is running full speed into the front door of the bank than
Or
than
anyone,
you doing
yeah.
it. Or is it that we're just so famous?
Excuse you, it's incredibly stealthy.
But if we're famous, why didn't Emily know who we were?
Good question.
House full of servants when they don't do anything.
I think it's just that it's
No to me.
you know, it's perfectly normal for people to run about looking really panicked with
Right. Not,
running
not,
into banks.
not to mention the fact you have a guy's face and a woman's body who also has this weird dismembered arm, and you're running full speed toward a bank.
Look, if you were one of the guards in the Dishonored universe, would you A, do your job, or B, hope that you survive?
I probably would have quit and taken up whaling.
No.
Yeah, also the big giant knife kind of like really,
Yeah.
really sets people off. Pi says, yeah, people don't notice the arm, you know, kind of like the heart. Yeah,
Well,
which I also
okay.
find weird.
But the arm's just a prosthetic. You know what I'm saying? It's not exactly
It's
quite like
full of
whipping out a
hole.
beating heart on
Yeah,
the
but if you
street
saw
and having it
somebody-
talk to you and
Yeah, but if you saw somebody on the street or sitting next to you on the bus, you'd really be looking at that thing going, what the
I mean,
F?"
I assume no one else hears the heart, so maybe it's a little bit less weird than we think it is.
Almost as weird as crouch walking everywhere. Don't mind me, I've got this giant blade in my
Yeah,
hand.
that is
To
weird.
persuade me to stop the Cienfuegos investigation. I must be onto something big.
What investigation?
I didn't really mean to talk to you because I was actually in the middle of another quest that's going.
Still alive. Ivan Jacoby's involved somehow. I know it, but I need evidence. I'm offering a reward for anyone who can bring me proof of his involvement.
Fabulous.
She'd be part of a barbershop quartet. I want to know how they get these giant safes up to like second and third floors, because damn, those things got to be heavy.
Yeah.
You must have one hell of a dolly system.
Where is that person that I was following?
Wow, they must have like the strongest awnings ever.
Yeah. Let me
You haven't
go
ripped
up
through
there,
a single one.
Maybe? There we go.
It's amazing how all of these structures can support your weight.
Are you implying something, Blackstar? I mean,
I'm just saying that, not all these things can handle 100 plus pounds of people and weaponry.
I am a delicate waif dancing.
I don't know. Karnaka looks pretty over-engineered to me. I mean, this is all pretty...
Well,
like,
you think 19th century industrial, but yeah, but a lot of it also looks, you know, rickety and wiry and decaying in certain realms and rusty and whatnot. And there's broken wooden boards and crumbling, you know, stonework.
I'm honestly not well-versed enough to cite the architectural inspirations. A lot of this looks to me like
I'm just thinking
Romanesque.
industrial integrity, you know, that's what I'm thinking. I just can't imagine every single thing that you could possibly beam to and everything would be, shall we say, supportive enough.
I have to kill her and her business associates to earn my stipend. Well,
How many associates?
I guess it's just the person that she's sitting
All of them?
beside.
Wait a minute. How did,
It's-
he's not glowing eyes thing and whatnot. Does that make him a non-target?
No, I marked her as she walked out of the bank, so that's why she's
Oh,
glowing.
okay.
And she's now standing beside this guy, so...
Yeah, but he's just on a smoke break. How do we know he's involved?
Shall I grenade them?
It's a little indiscriminate, but apparently Leah's really looking forward to some explosives, so I'd say yeah. Oh,
What?
Are they still alive?
I don't know. Was that a smoke grenade?
It was a hyperbaric grenade, which I assumed was going to kill them.
Yeah,
it says,
probably
I think you're
popped
meant to
their lungs.
eavesdrop on them.
Okay. Jack Black's in the channel. Hey, Jack Black, what's up? He says, hello. Welcome to...
Done.
Jilly,
It's fine. All is good.
Jilly, yeah. Jilly Bean dispatching things. That's what that's all about.
All good.
Yeah, we're doing the Dishonored 2 expansion pack. And this is level 2. And Jilly's having way too much fun. So
This plays to all of my worst instincts. Look, I also killed 2 people and put them back in the river.
I
as
know,
well.
they're still there.
Just for consistency's sake. huh?
Oh my
For
god.
consistency, yeah.
I love this
So-
game's consistency. Yeah, I love the fact that things just don't evaporate into the ether.
All right, well, so that's done.
That's done. So the one thing we need to do now is find Jacoby's thing, Jacoby's office.
What's down
But
here?
There's
Yeah,
something
this
down
water
here
is-
which is kind of cute.
Yeah, this water's way cleaner than it should be.
Well,
Through here.
we activated Project Purity, so it's okay.
Leah Crow says, welcome to Gross Abuse of a Corpse.
This is going badly.
Yeah, we're just staying consistent with the theme.
Whew. There we go. It's fine. Not drowning.
I gotta say that was kind of accurate there with the, you know, the gurgling.
Oh my goodness, drowning again.
Well, I mean, keep in mind, even
Is
Olympic
there no
swimmers and
buff or
whatnot, 2
bone charm
minutes
for this?
is-
I feel like there is a bone charm, but ooh, have I not looted this guy properly? I don't seem to have the right bone charm. Yes, I have ignored it.
Can you eat a Mirelurk cake or something?
Agile recovery, quiet hook, rapid displacement, solid landing, tactical mimicry, high pressure, power slash, shivering silhouette, and void gambler. Now, I
Okay,
think I
so
just need to be
nothing situational
faster.
for this particular task.
Pi says, I think I missed this part. Yeah, there was a double homicide here as well as some other things. I didn't check the previous
Those
episodes.
people got dropped in the river just before the guy got burned last time.
Close enough.
Oh,
and
Jack
just
says
to-
that.
Such Dishonored 2 in Google and showed your stream. Wow.
That's awesome. Thank you, Google. Yeah, technically this is the expansion
Oh yeah,
pack.
and there he is.
Oh, there's our crispy critter we
Civilian
accidentally set
dead.
on fire
Still
last episode.
recognize me from the posters. Best avoid them if I can.
Sorry. So just to prove that I
you
did
Yep,
that,
yep.
Can you take his charred face?
I don't think it works on dead people.
I was wondering. Well, I would think they would work on anybody, but you know.
But I can take the guard's face.
But he's dead too, isn't he? Or is he asleep?
No, the guard was asleep.
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm a good person who doesn't kill guards.
Take that with a grain of salt.
Hi, people. This is all perfectly normal guard behavior. Nobody panic.
Right. Running at full speed past them for no readily apparent reason.
Perfectly normal guard behavior.
Yep.
Oh,
Says,
boy.
press F to pay respects.
Okay, Ivan. Oh, I like him already. He's got a pool table.
Yeah, with like.
This is what, bumper billiards? What is this?
I don't know. I was
what is
gonna have to look that up. I think it's a different form.
Is it fantasy billiards?
It's not.
No.
Pool. Yeah, there are little stoppers in there. Leah Crow says, "You don't kill guards. You rate them from the inside out."
Yeah.
Bumper pool is a pocket
glad to
billiards
see that
game
Leah's
played on an
getting it.
octagonal or rectangular table fitted with an array of fixed cushioned obstacles called bumpers at the center of the surface.
Oh, this has several. This has 5 of them. Don't ruin the table. You have any idea how much those cost?
So he has a curious contraption as well. Interesting.
I think everything in this world is a curious contraption.
There's a cabinet. He has a key.
Blackjack
So,
says,
dear
"Ooh,
sir, we are pleased to
Ivan, it's a
inform
Russian
you that
name."
the personal box registered with the Yun Jacobi joint account has been fitted with new locks. Yada yada, it's the same as we saw before. A handwritten note is scrawled across the bottom of the letter. I oversaw the update personally and kept prying eyes away from our prize. Again, sometimes the writing in Dishonored is a bit weird. Don't worry, there's no safer place in Karnaca for such a unique treasure. May the Eye watch over it. Dolores.
It has to be the knife. It's in a bank vault. Just my luck. Looks like
Pion
I need to
Force's
find that
pinball
second
pool.
Key.
Okay. Just as good a name
You
as
have
any.
both the keys.
Mm-hmm. Now, is Ivan Russian? Blackjack wants to know. It's a Russian
We have
name.
both the
so-
keys. I don't know why she said that. We have both the keys.
We got all the keys. I don't know. We haven't exactly been keyless this episode.
Radio exists in this universe, right? We've
Supposedly.
already seen one place that had a
Yes.
transmitter, right? So it's not a communication device, right? It's not like a wireless gear. This strange contraption.
Black wants to know how long we stream. We usually go to
you're
about
correct.
1 or 2 p.m. EDT in the afternoon, so probably maybe for another hour or two
Yeah,
at
another hour or
most.
so. Or long, I mean, a little longer if everybody's amenable.
Yeah, it depends how many bodies Jill goes through.
I resemble that comment. Okay, so we could go and give our blackmail information to the journalist.
Don't qualify it. It's just mail information.
It could just be information. There doesn't need to be any gender
well-
in that information.
I thought so too. I'm amazed you have enough room for all these pictures that you steal too.
Yeah, there's no encumbrance in this, is there?
Apparently not.
No. And everything that you steal, you sort of sell automatically as well, which...
Wow, that's broken. I mean, terribly convenient.
Yeah, it's very convenient. Where's the eyeball? I want to go here.
I'm surprised if you didn't want to get into the bank, you just didn't possess a rat and, like, just go in the bank.
Ah, because I have no rats.
I know, that's the thing. You got the rat whisperer thing, but we seem to be, unfortunately, ratless.
This whole business has me.
Well, they're my friends. I don't possess them. They just tell me things.
Sometimes not particularly useful things.
Yeah.
Have they,
I was doing...
when was the last useful thing they said, really?
don't know if they said anything useful.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the first time we
That
saw...
went well.
Ow! Oh, did you die?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay, splat.
I thought I might, so I have a quick save.
Thank
I
goodness.
think the first time we met the rats, they did kind of give us the layout of the place we were in. Like, I told you what was going on elsewhere in that area.
Yeah, they said go underneath or something like that. There's something underneath.
But after that, it was a lot of semi-coherent rambling.
It was pretty good going for rats.
Trying to figure out if they were
playing there was like a murder mystery Cluedo type game across the city yesterday, which is quite good fun. And so it's like an app-based Cluedo game. You basically follow some markers to particular geolocations where, once you're at the particular location, then you get to read a witness testimony. And it's basically just like Cluedo. You read all the testimonies, and then you look to see where the inaccuracies in the stories are, and you sort of identify the murder weapon and the character that murdered the character. So it's quite fun.
Jacoby's connected to the recent murders. I know it, but I need proof.
I have proof.
If you find proof that Ivan Jacoby murdered Cienfuegos,
do I not have that proof? I thought I had that proof.
Did you lose the proof?
I searched his office and I found the thing. Did I not find that?
Did you find the envelope marked proof?
Apparently I did not find the envelope marked proof.
Darn it. I do love that you beamed onto the head of the statue in the middle of the square and nobody said nothing.
Nobody saw. Yeah, it's totally fine.
The entire courtyard.
Yeah,
so no problem.
In this
Let's do it again.
Cluedo type game, there was a Hannibal Lecter-esque character who was sort of helping with a sort of particularly odd definition of the word helping.
Fava beans and nice Chianti.
At various sections. But one of the things he said the very first time we met him was, perhaps what you should do is try to find out which weapon the character was murdered with. And we were like, is that a hint? Like, is that what counts as a hint? Because we're not going to go and talk to you for the rest of the time if that's what counts as a hint.
I'd be more curious as to how do you know that information?
It was really bizarre.
What are you trying to tell me here? Wow. Oh, don't beam on the spikes! Oh, jeez, wow, that would have been terrible. I can just see you get impaled.
Told you, light as a waif.
A waif.
So did you not pick up the right thing from the desk, or?
Apparently not.
Yeah. How much proof does one need?
In which case, oops.
No, fall down. Oh, ow. Oh, okay.
Doopy-doopy-doo.
Meant to do that.
It's very casual.
Yep, like cats walking into a door. Meant to do that. No, that's a little too high.
Between the flies and
Oh, there you go, your ankles. Don't mind me flailing around this giant knife.
Let's
Is that a secret society entrance door under the stairs? What is that?
This way. Ow.
Oh. Did we lose her?
I think maybe.
Oh, I think we froze the effect. Jilly. Oh, I think she might have lost her interweb.
She's still connected, but I think it may drop her in a second. Oh, no, they came back.
Oh, did you? Pull the cord.
Jill?
Jilly, are you in Europe? Do you need an adapter? Oh, yeah, no, apparently she's gone. All right, well, please stand by while we see if we can get Jilly back. There she is. We thought maybe you got disconnected, tripped on the power cord.
I think OBS is just disconnected as well. It might start again in a minute. Let me know if it breaks.
Yeah. Well, it has broken. It's frozen while talking to rats.
On the rat scene, yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Now it's gone offline.
Boop. Please tune in next week when we finally pay for Jilly's extension of her internet source bill. Bringing all the gaming experience you and your friends will talk about for years.
So OBS should be back.
Mm-hmm. In the meantime, so Narc, what's new with you?
Oh, I was telling Jilly before we started that I had to the Fallout game that we streamed last week as a substitute. I had to start it over because some quests bugged out on me.
No way. Really? You lost your entire progress from that?
Yeah,
That's awful.
I was doing a couple of missions where there are kind of some known bugs that can happen, and I couldn't find a way around them. And then a main quest bugged at me where there's this door that's supposed to open to let you talk to a guy, and then you kill him. And it
do you want to put
open.
the standby thing up? Maybe we can have that showing.
I can, but then no one will hear us talk.
Oh, really? Oh, we can't have that.
Yeah, because our voices aren't in that scene.
Pi
says, typical Fallout. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You're not wrong.
Can you put a puppet show up or something? Or I don't know, live?
I don't really have anything
shadow
prepared.
Camera or something? I don't know. Make up something.
Is it not back yet?
No.
It's thinking about it.
Said it was back a little while ago.
I'll
I can
reload
stop
it
and
again.
restart streaming, actually.
Yeah. Narc's got to press refresh.
Yeah, that still says Killy Bean is offline.
Yeah, let me see if I can get a window.
Okay,
Please bear with us. Oh, Jilly Bean.
Should be restarted.
Okay, it's starting to load now. Thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. Do 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 do.
Yeah. So anyway, I had to go back near to the beginning of the game, just as I had just come out of the vault, and I'm now advancing like a little bit more slowly, more deliberately, a little more smartly, because I remember where things are now.
Oh, so you're a little bit more cautious about running into things because the survival-esque style mode does kill you rather quickly.
So I think basically that if we chose to do that again on Sunday in this time slot for this, I'd probably be at least as far as that, if not further. So it wouldn't make a huge difference.
Well, that would be good. Yeah, no, because we did actually get to a certain point of that, and considering that the new game is going to be coming out, it would be relevant in going to what's in the past to get us familiar with not only with the universe, but also how things are with the experience as well. Yeah, we're going to be trying to refresh here momentarily. Hopefully we'll be able to get that back soon. Jill, I assume you're still there with us?
I'm still here.
Okay.
Just about.
So the real question is, does OBS seem to be behaving as
well? OBS says it's streaming.
Okay.
Yeah, and Mixer thinks it's streaming because it's not giving me the offline message. It's giving me the loading.
I don't know. Try cache in the browser, maybe.
I did. I've done it like 2 times already.
Wow. Okay. Well, have you tried nuking the cache?
I can restart the stream.
Yeah,
again.
restart it again.
So I'll restart OBS.
That's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah. Gotta love all this technical jiggery pokery.
Start stream.
So maybe we should have a vote on other potential titles coming up soon. Because we are going to be doing some Destiny 2 once we level things up a little bit more. Because while we have been enjoying Forsaken, at least for some of us, it has been very, very grindy. And the new level content has been quite extensive as far as the environment, world, and lore and things like that. Not so much as weapon reviews and things like that. You know, they've had extended strikes, a new dungeon option, as well as the blind well, which is the repetitive experience.
The next thing I want to do is I want to be high enough level to do the thing where you get to talk to Marasov. That's what I want to see next.
I just did that last night. That was kind of fun. I actually did that with a new friend of a friend, and it actually went rather well. Terribly disappointed I was not with Golfer when he was doing the Gambit bit, because damn, getting reasons is incredibly hard. In fact, I just read something recently that apparently the frequency in which that actually drops does vary week to week, because the new environment actually has a level of taken infection that progresses, and we are at the highest level in 3 weeks. And it also means that next week
the problem is I can see it, but not on my OBS machine.
We have a little bouncing ball. OBS, you mean OBS isn't refreshing the page?
Yeah, hold on, let me just destroy this source.
Love how he says that. I must destroy. He's from like
destroy.
Omicron Percy I-8. We must destroy this. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of OBS Studio. There we go. All right, now we just got to resize it. Hopefully this isn't Jilly's past stuff. She seems to be rating things like there's no tomorrow.
So I decided that I would just break into the black market, and I was kind of hoping that you guys wouldn't recover in time to see this.
So wait a minute. So while we were fixing technical issues, you decided to break in, kill, and are now looting the black marketeer in this title.
No, he's my friend. See, he's fine. He's fine. He's going for a little nap. See?
Wow.
Leah Crow says, "Yay! Just in time for me to grab a cold moxie." What?
Yeah.
Ooh,
what?
What's a moxie?
Oh, you don't want to know. Oh, it's bad. I'm so sorry, Leah Crow. You must suffer in the land of moxie, cold or otherwise. I can't imagine I've actually had a cold one. I don't think it could improve. Pine Force says, a criminal.
No, not a criminal. I knew the code because I used my magic powers to fly through the vent, read the code on the wall.
Leah says the most delicious
tonic
tonic
I put the code in here,
ever.
and I walked in perfectly legally.
Yeah. Moxie is one of the earliest mass-produced soft drinks. Mm-hmm. It kind of evolved out of something that was, like a medicinal tonic.
Yeah, it was kind of an accident.
Originated in 1876 as a patent medicine called Moxie Nerve Food.
I'm sure it must be an acquired taste.
Nerve food. Do you guys have that phrase, like, if someone shows moxie, they show spirit?
Yes. Probably where it came from.
In fact, actually, yes. That word exists because the soda exists, not the other way around.
Yeah. Go figure. The same way that Listerine actually used to be a floor cleaner before they decided to market it as a mouthwash.
Moxie is closely associated with the state of Maine, and it was designated the official soft drink of Maine in 2005.
Oh, God.
The creator of Moxie, Dr. Augustine Thompson, was born in Union, Maine, but Moxie was created and first produced in Lowell, Massachusetts, which is practically down the street from us.
My God, we have no one to blame but ourselves.
No.
That is so wrong.
Oh, well, that slightly worked. It turns out that if you go for a swim where there are 2 dead bodies, the guards don't like it.
I could see why.
Oh, does that draw their attention to the bodies?
Yep. It seemed to do so, and then they got very annoyed at me.
There's only one thing for it. You're going to have to add 2 more bodies to the pool.
I completely agree. Oh, did I kill you? Did I do that? Oh, you're unconscious. That's fine.
Yeah, but they'll be less unconscious when you throw them in the river. To be honest, I would find it hysterical to see how many bodies you can put in that pool. At the end of the game, to see exactly how many characters you run across. And if you could fill it to the brim. That I would find hysterical game-wise.
Unconscious people can swim, right?
Not usually.
I don't think that's a
I'm
thing.
sure they can.
Some of them can float.
Excuse me, pardon me.
Okay.
Whoa, especially if they're bisected.
It's fine.
Ouch.
It's fine. There. See?
Of course, that is cheating a little bit, because now that's still only one person. You don't get double points for having them.
Throw them into the boat.
Not fair.
No cheating.
There we go.
Oh, jeez. Not in the... You're going to need that boat.
Yeah.
Now it's all
It still
blood-soaked.
works.
It's not a question of... Great, I'll go spill blood in the car and see how much fun you have driving that around. Pine Forces.
As
Yeah,
it turns
bisected
out,
people
we
can
were not
swim, right?
ghostly and we were not merciful.
No, neither of those things.
No, not at all.
And we didn't help the brother.
We did make some money though.
Yep.
Is
We
make
did
really
all
the
the
correct
things.
term? I don't think make qualifies. I think we acquired, stole, took from. That I think we could say we did that with the money, but I don't think we earned it. That's a stretch.
I think we did okay. So we robbed the black market. We found our old skiff. We became the girl with the eyeless tattoo. We buried the bartender alive. We killed the mime and make it look like a suicide. We eliminated the bank employees' racketeers.
Wow.
I think we're doing
Let's be fair. We
great.
did not really make that look like a suicide.
No, not really.
It was a mass hysterical suicide. Many people drowning in the river.
Did it give us credit for the crispy critter?
No, it didn't.
No, was that the other level?
Considers that we failed that mission.
Yeah. Well, by we I mean you. Yeah. And the teleporting bisecting person that we decapitated and whatever else. Yeah.
Again, not important.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine. The outsider is prepared to accept a few sacrifices.
Move from rooftop to rooftop in the blink of an eye. Fall on our enemies and slit their throats, like shadows sharpened to a fine edge. I made Dunwall bleed for all it had done to me, to the ones I loved. Now the outsider has given that back. For reasons
Wasn't that eye patch on the other side?
But it feels good.
Yes.
We killed so many
Okay, I'm not crazy.
without nothing of hurting us. It felt like justice. Is the outsider to blame for what we did? Does corruption
Now it's on the right
come
side.
from the void?
I'm really
Or
confused.
from our own hearts?
Or the left side, rather.
Maybe some
Or
of these
right.
she's looking in a mirror.
Wearing necklaces
Yeah.
of fingers and teeth. Cities sliding into chaos. Now the eyeless peddle black magic in the streets while their leaders keep even more dangerous secrets locked away. They've got a relic that turned a boy into a god centuries ago. A knife that might be the only way to destroy that god. The outsider knows I intend to steal it. Does he know what else I intend to do?
I don't think we know what we intend to do.
See, plenty of other games would have put up a dubious prophecy that said that the knife,
Yeah.
but basically it's just like, we're just guessing. Maybe it can,
You're
maybe
You're
not. Who knows?
destined
Maybe
to
it will.
blah blah blah.
This time.
Maybe.
I'm ready to rob the bank.
Now, this level, I think, is really fun.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see what you guys think of this.
I think you're gonna have a lot of fun with it.
Heists are usually fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it just depends on what kind. Now, my question is there a mirror around where you can actually look to see where it is? Because to be honest, I think a simpler explanation is whoever was working on the artwork on one of them was going either off by information on one, and the other was probably handled by either a left-handed or right-handed person who just went with their instincts. That would be my guess.
It's time. Soon you'll have the knife that can end him.
It didn't kill him before. It made him into a god.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Yes.
It can unmake him.
How does that work?
The void is dragging me away. I felt it a little more every day since you got me out of that club. I won't be here much longer. Let's go over the plan when you're ready.
Wait a minute, does that mean if we stab you, we can turn you into a god then?
By Dolores Michaels. I've
never tried doing that, but let's do that after this.
Here we go.
Others have tried and failed to rob it before.
They didn't have the focus we do. We're not after coin. How do you plan to get inside?
There are possible ways. The roof, the trash disposal, and the sewers. All of them might work. Once I'm in, I need to find the vault. The knife must be in there.
The security in the bank will be high. What have you learned?
Not much. Guards, clockwork soldiers, and a lot of locked doors that can only be opened remotely. And that's all before I'd reach the vault itself.
There's an intake port on the roof that leads to the bank's ventilation system. If you find enough laudanum, most of the bank's security will be days before you even get inside.
There was a pharmacy in the district, but it's been seized by the bank. I'll see what I can find.
I know how resourceful you can be. These keys you found with the eyeless leaders will lead you to whatever holds the knife. You'll also need the bank manager's key. Deal with her how you see fit.
Then I'm ready.
Good.
Do you want me to stay?
No. There's nothing you can do for me here. Go get the knife. Kill the outsider. I trust you to finish this.
I will, Dowd. One way or another.
I don't know. If you get godlike powers, I might stab myself with it.
Yeah. What we did years ago.
You skip? You just saving?
No, just saving. I'm interested in seeing what happens if you kill him.
Who tried to take the throne. The eyeless. Keeping me in that pit. But I've been to the void, Billy. All the
Yeah.
hatred and fear.
But it's never been to me.
And the outsider gets to choose who wields his black magic.
I don't want to wait. I want to take your face.
That's something no one should decide.
Do you really think he's to blame for all of that? For what we all did?
The outsider gave me his mark, knowing what I could do with that kind of power. For years, I carved up Dunwall from the inside.
I don't think it's gonna let you do it.
The world doesn't need more men like me.
Are you still talking, old man?
I would think he's the last person's face you'd want to take. I mean,
no,
he's
it's...
in hiding. Hello?
Non-standard game over.
Wow. Well,
Okay.
I think we should leave the approach to Narc and Blackstar. After that, I'm kind of
Oh
inclined
yeah,
to
well I
agree.
think that just means the choice between. I think the only thing I would do is I would veto the sewer, just because man, video game sewers. I mean, unless you can tell us something that makes that prospect sound really interesting, I would just say let's try roof or trash.
I don't know. Let's be wild and crazy and go through. I don't know, the front door.
Is that an option?
Face stealing thing. Why shouldn't it be?
do we
Otherwise,
do we
why
have
steal the face?
more options than the 3 entrances that were listed?
I don't know. Let's
Well,
mail ourselves in a package to the bank.
We only have the 3 options, so you can see the time of day. Excuse me.
Wow.
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Sorry.
Whoa. Apologies, Internet, for your earballs that may or may not be intact now.
I sneezed before I could mute myself. I'm sorry. So it's evening, so it's going to be nighttime. So the bank is not open for business. We are doing this under the cover of night.
We're going to go under cover of afternoon in the biggest boat in the county.
Yes.
Pion Forces, bless you. Yeah, why don't we just get like a ski ramp and like launch the boat in, so we'll go through, crushing people along the way. That could be entertaining.
You could.
Okay, so episode 3, The Bank Job. Original title. So I take it we have to go and retrieve the knife, and then what? How come we don't stab Dowd with it? Wouldn't that save him and or make him godlike?
We don't need to stab Dowd with it. We can stab Dowd with anything, apparently.
Well, we stabbed him with stuff before, but I'm thinking this one might actually help him because he's sick and dying as it is, and they said that the knife turned what's-his-face into a god, so...
But from a sort of theological point of view, do you want somebody who's sick and dying to become a god? Normally you want young people to become gods that are healthy. It's like, you sacrifice a healthy thing
It doesn't matter
to
once you're
become a
God. I mean, he might say, thanks, great, now I get to suffer for all eternity. Maybe it's not the greatest state to be preserved in, if that's what it does.
So are you saying that disqualifies you, Jilly?
Yes. I think I am very far from divinity.
Well, that's just it. I'm just wondering what your threshold is there. What was the cutoff point? So
let's see how the brother's doing. Did you drink yourself into a stupor because I burned your brother? I'm really sorry.
Wouldn't you?
I think maybe he was going to do that anyway.
I'm just going to eat your rats and steal your money. I hope that's okay.
Come on, those were grilled. You know how long it took to make this? Pion 4 says, yeah, Dowd doesn't make a secret that his motivation is that no one should be doing, that the insider itself is doing.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be God.
Sense.
He doesn't want anybody to be God.
Any gods, yeah. No one should have that kind of power. Pion 4 says, I do have a request. Oh, curious.
Oh, what's your request?
What could it be? Is he looking for the ASMR portion of the game? Because we could have Jilly sneeze some more.
Why can't I get this bone charm?
Is it stuck in the map? There we go.
Ah, it's behind the thing. There we go.
Oh, Pi wants you to, can you go to the water lock? He says, please do not have an ASMR portion.
You don't like my sneezing?
Oh, I don't know. Well, it
Okay,
depends
so
on the
I'm here.
type, you know, because they're all different kinds.
Maybe I should.
You want me to do Pion?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's supposed to fester like that. And a little pus is all.
Okay, we're at the lock. Are we above the lock? I don't know.
Oh, this is a lock.
Oh, he'd like you to get into the boat.
Which boat?
I think the one we came in is the one we were talking about.
I think he means the other one.
Oh, do you mean the other one? Let's find out.
Into the skiff or onto the other boat?
Well, I'm on this one now. Hey,
Don't mind us.
Hi.
We're just
Told her it was the wrong kind of
we're
oil.
crawling
delivery
on your boat.
boat key needed.
Next time, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, the one that has an inside.
Ah, that's why.
Oh, the
Oh,
painting.
'cause
Oh,
the
the painting of the Duke.
Oh, the bad one. Oh
Yeah.
my god, this guy has the bad one? That's
Okay,
weird.
so we're gonna try and find the key for this boat so that we can.
So you can steal
Can
the
you-
painting of the
Can
Duke.
you steal
we
the
need
painting?
that painting.
All right.
I don't know.
We need that painting.
Can we burn it? I think we should, like, you know, spare future
Burn
generations.
it? That is
Yes.
like incredible artwork. I can't believe you would suggest that. I'm quite insulted.
What? I think we should totally spare future generations from the pain, agony, and suffering upon their eyes of that painting and all
Oh,
it,
you
all it
offend
means.
me, Blackstar. You
I
offend
don't know.
me.
Hey, you know, it is what it is. Oh, Pi says you might be able to get it from under. Maybe you can. There's a hole in the boat. Maybe you could swim underneath it. And
That's not how boats work.
Well, can't you teleport through the? Come on, we got weird teleporting, face stealing.
Oh,
magic
yes.
mechanics.
There's a key on the guy underneath.
Oh, okay. Well,
Wait,
all
a
right,
minute, there was a body under the
that
boat.
that makes more sense than there being a hole in the boat.
Okay.
There's
Not much
somewhere
more,
You,
What do you
but-
yeah,
mean?
somewhere you find information about that.
There
I
are
forgot
holes
about
in
that.
boats
Whoops,
all the
sorry.
time.
I'm sorry.
Oh, and
Hey!
look, now he's upset.
Oh, now he's throwing things at you.
He didn't mind last time we crawled all over his boat. What's he getting upset for now?
I don't know. Maybe you pilfered the body of his friend.
He didn't know that. He was under the
Where is he?
boat.
Leah says, you know, I say if someone actually wants it, let them have it.
Oh, he's gone under the boat.
Got under the boat. The smart big fish. He's gone under the boat.
Well, no, he's a dumb human being who can't breathe underwater went under the boat. Yay! Oh, what's the note say? What does the note say? Regarding the Duke's portrait.
Oh god.
Look, Cyrus, I don't know what to say. I won't apologize for your own high expectations. I've had the picture authenticated by at least 3 discrete experts. Its provenance was traced back to the Grand Palace. The brushstrokes, color palette, and quality of the materials are consistent with his other works. Even the sample of paint you provided includes trace of white leaf tobacco. All of this points to the portrait in your possession being the original work of Duke Luca Abel. Yes, there are a handful of paintings on the market, apparently by the Duke as well, that are technically proficient. This isn't one of them. We've been friends for years. How many works of art have we bought and sold together? That you would question my judgment over this, frankly, is ridiculous. Don't blame your buyer's remorse on me. Yours, Mafalda.
Oh, I
Well,
love it.
That's interesting. Now, what are they suggesting there about the other paintings? If
They
the
were
other
better than
paintings were
this?
good, and they were also
done
made
by
by
other
the
people.
Duke, why is this one that bad?
I don't know. He was probably drunk at the time. Yeah, Pi says that you bumped him. That's what he was so upset about, which is why I started throwing things.
Or are they saying like this painting is made by the real Duke and the other one was made by the
He had him commissioned or made by
That's-
somebody else?
yeah,
no,
that's-
made by the double, the body double. He was the one who
Oh,
had the body
yeah.
double.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was going with that.
Yeah, he was probably a much better artist. Now the sun's getting up. Is this going to affect our assault on the bank at all? Agent
No,
guards,
this whole
available
mission,
lighting.
Will forever take place in the twilight between this level of light, basically.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't
I thought
matter
you were
how
going-
long you stay here. There is no realistic clock in this game.
Well, no, I would. It's funny. You started saying something, and all I could think of was like, this is going to be like a Batman lead-in or something. You were coming up with some really cool phrase to describe. Yes, and the brightest day, and darkest night. Yeah, the twilight gap of our assault. Yeah.
No, I'm
It's like-
I'm not.
like,
But that is beautiful, isn't it?
It's very
really
pretty.
lovely.
It's very well done.
Pi says it is implied that the other paintings were done by the double.
Double, yes, and he was definitely a better artist. Golfer says, "Hey Blackstar, are you gonna be on a D2 later?" Yes, I will be. So for all those who are looking to play Destiny 2 with me, feel free to catch me online.
Hi.
Ow! You totally meant to beam into that wall.
Yep.
Quick,
All
jump in
good.
the water.
It's all right. They can't get up here.
Sure they can. They just go up the stairs like normal people.
Stairs.
Yeah. Oh, this place
Oh
is
my
riddled
goodness!
with...
I did it twice in a row. Lord, this is why I am. Oh.
Do you want to take a break?
Flip.
You want to get some coffee?
No, this is good. This is fine. This is exactly
sure?
what it's
All
meant
right.
to be like.
Just checking.
Somewhere in the game, I want there to be a letter where the head of the guard says that, look, it's a problem that all the thieves with magical powers are using everyone's private balconies to escape, and so they want a warrant so they can just go into everybody's apartments to get at you on the balcony.
Or have a decree saying that all the balconies will be removed from the city to prevent access by all the magical power thieves.
Oh dear.
Oh my god. Now,
Totally
can you
fine.
acquire some of the doubles paintings for comparison? Because if you can get this painting, could you get some of the other ones? That would be kind of neat.
Oh, maybe we have seen some of the other doubles paintings. I don't know.
That's a good question.
Annabelle, you've disappeared for days with no word, so guess what? You're dismissed. Return your key and get your toolkit from the maintenance closet, and don't think about asking for another chance. I gave you plenty of chances. I defended you when old lady Campos caught you napping in the conference room, and I never said a word about your whiskey breaks or your rat pals in the bank sewers. But that doesn't matter to you, does it? Good luck finding work, Marco.
Wow.
Rat pals?
Poor Annabelle. Yeah, maybe she has friends at work at the brewery. Pi on 4.
Then,
Problem: criminals have magic powers. Solution: stronger warrants. Yeah, I don't know how those are going to help very much, but you know. What else can we do?
Eleni, meet me over at Dead Man's Bluff. I saw an old pocket watch there yesterday. I bet it's worth hefty coin. It's dangling in a tricky spot, though. It won't be easy to reach. Help me fetch it and we can split the coin. It'll feel right nice to have a jingling pocket when I take my bank key to Marco later. Let's see him call me a useless buffoon when I'm rolling in coin.
Yes.
Wow.
Are they looting
Coin
the bodies
rolling.
of jumpers? Is that what that is?
So, yeah. Yeah, I think
Clockwork
so.
Sentinel Owner's Manual.
Clockwork Sentinels are marvels of Kieran Jindosh's ingenuity, bleh, but
There we go.
malfunctions may occur. Please read the following information below. No, I've played the previous game.
Some assembly required. Suffice to say, the genius bar doesn't always accept your word for it. So.
Yeah. So we know that there is a dead body somewhere with a key, possibly beside
What? It's under another
Dead
boat.
Man's Bluff, wherever that is. So that's one way into the bank.
That's a place that's living up to its name, if I ever heard it.
And there's the pharmacy where we could get the laudanum.
Drugs.
That's a good idea.
Not one broken awning. Not one.
It's perfectly normal.
So is the window not open?
Yeah, this window's open.
There we go.
The painting that we stole earlier is gone. Which is kind of weird.
Wait a minute.
Like
painting
we
that
had
we
a big
stole
canvas.
early.
We stole a canvas earlier, and like the frame was there, and so somebody has just been like, "Oh yes, somebody has stolen our
Oh,
painting."
okay. Gotcha.
I'll just move the canvas.
Now,
Which is
well,
kind of
here's
a
the
bit
thing.
weird.
Can we put back
Ow.
the painting that we just stole? Can we just, like, replace it somewhere?
No,
And-
because every time you steal something, you instantly sell it.
Yeah, you instantly say, okay. Oh.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Oh, doggy can see you.
Dog sees me.
Like, what the heck
Creep
is person
back
on
here.
awning? That'd be wrong. Even
So
the
people
dog
don't
knows
look
it's
up
wrong.
what the dogs do, huh?
Yeah, the dogs
Dogs are
can
smarter.
smell you, which is also good. Justice for
closure.
Cienfuegos.
Yeah.
Permanent closure for debts owed the commercial enterprise. Oops, I have zoomed in too far to read it. Public auction.
Wow, I think we need some reading glasses. Leah Crow says, yeah, perhaps building codes here should require pigeon spikes. I'm all for it. Maybe that's a challenge level. Maybe expert or legendary is going to have pigeon spikes everywhere in every building. That would be funny. I think that would complicate things immensely. Yeah, I mean, well, think about it. I mean, with these magical powers, you got to think, well, how do you increase the difficulty? More people, better AI, fewer places to beam to.
She's dead. Yes, she is.
Ouch! What, the dog get you?
I think they shot me.
Okay, and now it's in her right eye. Yeah, they cannot decide where to put the patch in her eye. They
Maybe it's sort of eldritch-like. It flickers from eye to eye.
That seems sinister.
Yeah, so I really like what they've done with this level, and there is there's a new interior, kind of.
What's kind of interior?
To see what you guys think of this.
All right.
It's too bad there's not a realistic clock, because it seems like given the powers you have, the real way to do this would be to walk into the bank during business hours, leave one of these things, and wait for them to lock up, and then teleport to it.
Can't we just do the textbook, let's open up a safety deposit box like normal people? Because we just want to get access there, and once we're there, we can steal somebody's face, and once we steal somebody's face, we can get to some place we're not supposed to be, and then we can get the knife. And then Bob's your uncle. Leah says, yeah, that must be awfully disorienting. But flailing about, falling down.
And man, here we have
you have not paid for lunch once.
Wiggles petition. So defend the merchants, donate to the cause. We, the undersigned, protest the grave injustices wrought by Dolores Michaels and associate upon reputable establishments such as E. Cienfuegos Pharmacy. These immoral and venal practices must cease. I don't even know what that means. And Michael's Bank must make full restitution for all seized property to the estate of Eleuterio Cienfuegos and other abused enterprises. Signatories: Lady Beryl Cottingham, Ms. Valeria Lemerisma, Bereilly Silverstone, Dr. Winston Dunhill, Ms. Flora Brown.
Did you mean signatures?
Signatories, I think it is.
Signatories?
I think so. I'll have to read it again and check.
Well, you also say grave, so...
Let's sign Cienfuegos' petition. Oh no, you're right. It's signatures. It's
call me crazy. Leah Crow says, "Yeah, shouldn't it be a chemist?" That's a good question. Shouldn't it be?
Pharmacy? No.
Well, I mean, depending on exactly what he's offering and what we're doing up here. But yeah, I was just noticing as you're pilfering these apples, you have not paid for lunch once. You've literally been running around stealing everybody's food.
So, talk to me, Teresia Cienfuegos.
By the outsider. The bank sent you, didn't they? Well, sorry to disappoint you, but I've got nothing left. You can't bleed whale oil from a bone. Tell your trustees that.
That's not how you get oil.
Is that a phrase?
Closed. Do you know where else I can find laudanum?
Yes. The auction house. My father used to distill laudanum by hand from a secret family recipe. Poppy tincture, he called it. Better than factory-made. But the bank's selling that along with all of his other worldly possessions. They took everything we had.
I'm sorry for your loss.
All we have left is this mansion.
He was murdered. Do you know anything?
His body was completely drained of blood when the Grand Guard found him. I've no idea why anyone would want to hurt Father. Anyway, the auction's today. You better hurry. And wear a hat or something. The guards won't let you in.
Or a face.
That.
Like
harsh.
What?
Well, with the eye patch thing and, the rock and...
Also, you said that you had nothing left, but I ate your figs.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that's okay.
Yeah, as far as the mansion goes, yeah, but the property tax are outrageous. Is it weird that when you were looking down at the rats, my first inclination was to talk to them?
A little weird, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, rats, let's go wait a minute, what am I doing?
Let's,
Definitely been playing this game too long.
It's like I'm talking to a stone wall for all they listen.
Thought I would be able to see that.
Well, obviously, magic powers.
There we go. Nope. There we go. Why? Do I have to get closer?
Yeah, you out of range?
Good. It's fine. Nobody saw it. It's totally fine. Just close
I
that door
sneezed
there.
and got to my microphone because I'm a professional. Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff.
Something kind of weird happening in
Okay, is she using the weird device? Or is she doing something else next to one?
Hey, what's the point of having a weird device if you're not going to use it?
I think she's using it.
Yeah, okay, yeah, she's using it.
Should we be seeing this?
Here is...
Whoa, what?
Oh,
Who is this? Can I see their name, please?
I don't think they're sleeping.
No. I think the eyeless may have murdered somebody here.
Bion Force says, Blackstar, mess with your voice options. Any requests? Because I have like 24 of them.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
What kind of fool leaves proof of bloody murder lying around?
That's also not what I wanted to do.
yeah.
That's
Because it was
what
the
I
same
wanted
thing.
to do.
Oh, jeez.
What?
Oh, God. She bisected him with a mine. Ugh.
Have you not noticed yet, my friend?
Oh, my God. What is he doing?
I'm really not sure.
Was he taking out something he'd hidden behind the cabinet?
I don't know. I think he was just
Playing
sort of
with the balls there.
caught in a weird
Huh.
animation. It's fine. This is all fine.
Bion Force says, I do like the PA system ones. Don't hear them enough. Let's see if I can find one. Hold on.
No, what's at the note?
Eli and Juliet, go to Jacoby's office and attend to this mess. Make sure we won't experience any more disturbances in the future. DM, who I assume is Dolores Michaels, the owner of the bank.
And since they didn't
Weird
finish, we still don't
contraption,
know
is
what the
that?
device is for.
Nope, it just seems to float a rock. A dead body, which looks an awful lot like Jacoby, actually.
It's him, wouldn't it just say though? Why would they? Why would it just
Yeah.
say body dead? That's strange.
And that's definitely Jacoby.
Well, it must be just a minor oversight.
Ivan's last letter. My devoted Winstead, if you're reading this, I've passed on to the other side. My negligence gave the outsider's enemies the key to our most secret treasure. I failed him, and failed my eyeless comrades. My life has no purpose now. What joy can I find in lofty ambitions or earthly pleasures when the void's condemnation awaits me? No, I must look into its cold, eternal darkness and ask forgiveness. The vial of Eleuterio's blood will hasten my journey there. Perhaps in the void I'll discover the means to redeem myself. Thank you for your years of faithful service. You've been my closest confidant, dear to me as a brother. Bury me in the grey cashmere suit and do what you will with the rest of my belongings. None of it matters now. So he killed himself because he knew that we had the key, I think.
But we haven't gotten the knife yet. That seems a little premature.
It does, doesn't it? Cienfuego's last blood. That seems like a very sane thing to do. Are you in the void there, Blackdar?
I am. From beyond.
Well, it sounds like you're on the Frog Star, actually.
Doesn't it?
Taking us to the total perspective vortex.
Well, the other one was the PA thing, so.
Oh. Yeah, that's
pretty
that's
gnarly.
yeah. Well, there's a panoply over here that are kind of neat. Tweaking this one, I think, would be kind of nice. Pilot Forces, what a professional! We've got all the special effects here.
Fuego's lot looks promising. That wild painting, striking. Mother would love it.
You've said that phrase in a strange tone of voice, sir.
Another face.
You really did.
Oh, Pi says, yeah, I swear there was one that made you sound like a shopping center PA. Oh, possibly, yeah, but again, I'll let me see if I can find that one. There are so many, it's hard to keep them all straight.
This can't be.
He seemed very relaxed about somebody disappearing in front of him.
Forgot to ask her where she had her silver embroidered jacket made.
So this is where the auction is happening.
No, tea's too hot, the bath's too hot.
Just have you
If it's gotta be so.
come here. It's fine. It's all fine.
Gonna knock him out and steal his paddle.
I might do. I think there's somebody closer that I can steal if I remember this level properly. I just ate 2 raw potatoes. What is wrong with me?
Yeah, Pi wants to know how much money we
shoppers,
have.
there's a special in aisle 4 for those potatoes. Special aisle 4.
There have been some choice items on the block these days.
Why is that supermarket in a cave is what I want to know.
Silver was smoking the other night.
Well, it's just a very big supermarket.
So I'm wearing somebody's face.
That's one heck of an exfoliant.
Again? You.
The minimum
I'm participating in the auction.
is fixed at 200. Anyway, let's get started. A reminder that all bids are final. If you leave during the auction, your bid is forfeit. Clear? Good.
Is this gonna last long enough?
Here.
I have
Well,
a bid of 280 from the
You can see that the
300.
blue mana's not going down at the moment, which is quite nice.
Oh, they letting you cheat.
Yeah.
Going twice.
Oh, really? Oh, I was wondering if we could, like, possess everyone and
Yeah.
buy everything in the
No,
auction.
it's a temporary effect. Normally, it would wear off, but they're making it so it doesn't.
That's more like it. 360. I have 360 over there. How about 380? 380? 360 going once.
I'll come and
360
murder
going
anyone
twice.
that bids higher than me.
So, for 360 coins.
Good. The poppy tincture is mine. I'm sure I can make up the loss at the bank.
Does that ever
Thank you.
vary, or do you always just win at 360?
Pharmacy.
I think it can go up to 400, but don't quote me on that.
That's it for bidding today, ladies and gents. But never fear. We'll be
Excuse me, pardon me.
next week.
Hello.
Oh, Percy is in
Can
the
I
chat. Hi,
have
Percy.
my stuff?
He
Hey,
says,
Perseus.
hello all. What did I miss?
Oh, I can just pick it up. Right, okay.
Well, let's
we cut some
see.
people in half.
Kind of loneliness
Oh,
when
a
the
lot
world
of people.
treats you
We've
like
had more
filth.
bisections in this game than in any other. Some via knife, some via teleporter. It's been quite the experience. So yeah, I highly recommend checking out the beginning of the stream once we're finished and catch all the fun.
A bunch of people got a weird device. We don't know what it does, and we're stealing a knife to kill a god. Even though the only thing that the knife has ever done that we know of for sure is take ordinary people and turn them into gods.
Into God. It's weird. We don't understand how this works
And
mechanically.
then we killed Doubt by mistake temporarily.
Yes, but we did
Well,
undo
we
that
sort of
thanks
killed
to
him
save.
intentionally, temporarily. I don't know
See,
if I would
okay,
say
that
it was a
rat's not
mistake
being
to stab him
helpful.
in the heart.
Like-
No, he's being kind of creepy.
Like, I mean,
creepy-
look, I mean,
Creepy rat.
everybody likes hot fat, but I don't know that we need to hear that from the rats.
Mm-hmm.
The season's just getting started.
There we go. Oh, we're also stealing people's faces. We have this new mechanic where we can actually take their identities.
It's pretty fun.
We also don't know how that works because apparently it doesn't change your clothes, your body type, or your sex. But you get their face.
I mean, everyone knows the face is the best part.
I don't know. I've seen crotch. So...
Residents of Upper Syria District are reminded that the evening hours are to be properly spent in the home with family, and that leisure time is earned after a day of honest work.
After a day of honest work. I totally agree.
That mean
I'm
there's
always
a
very
curfew?
honest.
Does that mean there's dishonest work? But it's still work, right?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that means. Where are you going, sir?
Pie and Force said, this is now an 18+ stream. It's always been an 18+ stream. We have never hidden from that fact. At all. In fact, I think all the ones that we have are all listed as 18+. I mean, you can't have bisecting people without it, you know? I mean, it's kind of a gold standard there.
Let me just check and make sure I've got that set. I think we had.
I thought it was one of those set it and forget it kind of things. All
Usually?
mine are. Yeah, all mine are, definitely. I don't want people coming back saying, hey, you said some offhanded comment. It's like, it's 18+. It says it right in the door.
So we have a couple more missions. Overheard at the Spectre Club. Someone quite drunk bragging loudly. When I first came to Karnaca, I only had 315 coin to my name, and today I opened my own lockbox at the bank. 3 cocktails later, it was revealed that the said lockbox is nicked to some journalists and contains a precious gemstone. Get me that gem.
Mm-hmm.
Quiet as a mouse. Meryl Jennett has an appointment with the director of the bank tonight. She plans to store her most precious belongings there, one of which is an infamous address book. We need you to copy down page 125 without raising suspicion. That means no getting caught and no harming bank personnel. The art connoisseur, an exquisite painting by Duke of Bell, is currently locked up on a delivery boat in Upper Syria. Such a masterpiece deserves to be cherished by someone who can fully appreciate its worth, not bought or sold or traded away for a few lousy bone charms. I'm offering a substantial reward to whoever steals it for me.
Burn it.
And then Pickpocket's Delight. Quick errand for the talented pickpocket. There's an elite guard stationed on Cadmus Abel Plaza here in Upper Syria. He has a note attached to his belt that he's planning to deliver tonight. Do me a favor and steal the note without him or anyone else noticing. If they catch you, you ain't getting paid.
Wow. Do we have any invisibility perks? Because I think those might come in handy if we've got to be really sneaky.
Well, we do have the option to knock everybody out in the
room, just like make everybody unconscious. Yeah. We can all tether them together and, you know, just make them all sleep.
That's what the laudanum was for.
Collected the laudanum.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
So quite like this as well. So this is how we got into the black market last time, and this time they've blocked it off. Like,
wow.
Why would somebody do such a thing?
Gee, I don't know. Maybe they didn't want you to take the easy route. That would be my guess.
Please take a look around. We have the best wares for discerning guests.
And they even took away the lock there. Heartbreaking.
Dun, dun, dun. Wow, replacing the stone. Okay, so what's to stop you from beaming through the bars?
Absolute discretion.
You can't.
Really?
Yep, you can't
even
fit
with magic?
through here. You can't do anything through here.
Can we possess the person so that they'll open the door?
Nope. There's nobody to impersonate close by.
Can we explode it?
Nope.
I took over the shop recently.
Each one has only one way to rob them, and you've got to figure out each one's sort
mechanic
scenario. Yeah.
Huh.
You're armed to the teeth.
Let's have some more bone charms.
Choice.
And be a little quieter.
I'm certain you'll be satisfied with your purchase.
Oh, Pie and 4 says you can go through the vent again? Really? How's that? Oh, but don't remember how to break in. Yeah, I don't remember. I've never been here before.
There is a way to break in, but it's different this time.
It's a different location?
what you have to do is, I'll show you. Oh, there we go.
By the way, I've just checked. Our Mixer and Twitch streams are both set as being mature content.
Oh, good.
The YouTube one isn't, just because with the others, it's basically just like, yes, I know, click through. With YouTube, it's actually possible that you lose monetization options, which we're not using anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But
yeah,
it looks like
it
it actually makes it harder for people who just like, yeah, I just want to see it. So I haven't turned it on there.
Banish you to a dark corner of the interwebs.
I'm afraid if I do turn it off, it's going to kick somebody off from watching it right now. So I really don't want to do it.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. No.
I think it may stop people from watching who aren't logged in.
Oh yeah, because they have to tie it to people's accounts, and you got to agree to. Yeah, it's unnecessary hoop jumping for a really arbitrary, silly reason. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's borderline. I mean, we try to keep things clean for the most part.
Oh please.
Other than the obvious thing of it's a game without cutting people in half.
Goes, yeah, we are nowhere near. We're at the lowest rung of nasty as far as what's on the interwebs, even as far as gaming goes.
So, we have the laudanum, so what we could do is go to the roof and we could go to the roof up there. How did you see me? How?
Because you're hidden behind these things called bars, which are kind of semi-transparent.
I was narrating for the stream. That's very
That's a weird bit of dialogue. We learned to deal with people like you at military college. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can go to the air duct up on the roof, dump the laudanum in, and keep everything quiet. We could go and try and find the key to the sewers, which is sort of underneath. But I think Narc already said the sewers sounded kind of boring.
I mean, I just veto the idea of video game sewers just as being a tremendously overused, overplayed concept. So unless somebody knows something about these particular sewers that are like, no, these sewers are interesting.
We've been through dark and
nasty. I really like going in through the roof. I think it's great.
Let's do roof then.
So I would have voted roof anyway. Yeah, that would have been my big thing. So
gas option from the roof. We're going to be the penguin. I'm okay with it.
I say we take off and nuke the entire bank from orbit.
You had it. I think. I think it was going to let you have it for a second there.
Hunting.
Yeah, see.
Forward.
Yep.
Side. There we go.
So pernickety.
Good evening, my
Persnickety?
deposit and loan. I'm here to make a withdrawal.
Oh, there should be a snick
Let's
in
not
there.
do this again.
Can't we? I thought it was our thing.
It's fine.
I know
Nobody
what it was.
sees
You
me.
weren't crouching low enough. That's what it was.
That's why. I knew my lack of crouching would come back to haunt me.
Pi says, bank job. Yeah, but technically we don't have a crew. We're not, like, tunneling under it. We don't have a funny fence to get our stuff off with, so... I don't know technically if it's a bank job. To get our pilfered goods exchanged, to have somebody to swap out.
Don't think you want to talk about getting stuff off with a British person.
Oh no, not in that way.
It means that for us too.
Well, I was trying to be subtle, but you pervs just kind
Perseus
of ruined
wants to know: are we still playing a hero, or have we become a villain? We seem to be doing mostly bad things.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever been a hero, Perseus. Really, not once.
Well,
not in this game.
Certainly,
anyway.
Billie Lurk has never really been a hero.
No. I mean, come on, she was a paid assassin for years. In fact, this may be part of her handiwork. I don't know.
So
somebody just left a corpse here.
We helped to kill the queen, and then to make up, or rather, empress, and then we made up for it by helping
kill other
person's relative get their position back, and now we're trying to kill God.
Oh, Pi says
Because
you
our
doubt
boyfriend
and the
wants us to.
outsider make a crew. Yeah, but we're trying to kill the outsider, so he's kind of on the outside on that, I think. Sort of. Which is weird. Why he gave us
Right, so this,
anyway.
so this would be called the outside job.
Exceptionally good.
Yeah. Leah Crow says we heroically bisect people
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Leah.
and decapitate and
Put people in rivers.
what's the term for chopping off arms? Because we did that too.
Well,
And set them up.
heroic bisection would be like a proud cut, I guess, right?
Jeez. Oh, that's bad. Do we drown people? We drown some people by throwing them in the rivers.
Major chance that power use will consume no void energy. Significant chance that power will drain additional void energy. That's a terrible trade-off.
Oh yeah, kinda. Set people on fire, even by accident. We did that. So, crispy critters. What else have we done? A lot of chokeouts. A lot of chokeouts.
You did drop the Duke.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we dropped
we
the
did drop
Duke
the Duke.
from
Yeah.
a great height.
Close my locker before coming.
Last time I left it open, someone left a hagfish in my jacket pocket.
Didn't somebody
Awful
talk
lot of
about
that
leaving a
going around.
hagfish in their locker last game?
Yeah, it's a common prank. Why
That's-
can I not?
It's like the because he's actually around the corner from you.
Yeah.
That's like the Dishonored version of I used to be an adventurer and then I took an
Yeah.
arrow in the knee.
Come over here, little guard. Let's we'll not crouch walk because Blackstar gets annoyed when we crouch walk places.
I just think that a certain mechanic it can be overused, like
Hello,
jumping
rats.
in Quake.
I don't understand why he wouldn't sit in that chair, but he wouldn't,
Yeah.
so he's fine.
Well, it takes a little finesse, a little finagling. No, it's just walking around and seeing the world as a little person could be entertaining in certain aspects. I just think if it's just constant and continuous, it just kind of ruins its charm. That's all.
Okay, Perseus says, okay, have you done anything nice for anybody?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Look,
We even-
I don't appreciate that accusing tone.
We were trying to do a nice thing. We were trying to bring the guy back to his brother.
Yeah, that's true.
Lark, I don't think bringing that up's gonna help.
Mm-hmm. We buy some coffee.
It's the
for
thought
anybody.
that counts.
Yeah. I mean, we're at the weapons manufacturer. Could we buy somebody some bullets while we're there? You know, I mean, save somebody a trip. Pick up some bagels on the way home. Just something. Swing by a water park. Yeah, Leah says, yeah, wasn't it nice to set fire to someone's long-lost brother? Oh, Pine 4 found one. He says, you saved the man from the horrors of the exsanguination machine. There we go. Pine
That's
remembers.
the one that we burned.
Oh, that's right. I knew there was a problem with that. All right. So technically at the time, we did do something good for him.
Yes.
It just didn't end
Also,
up
didn't that kill three
lasting.
people to achieve that? Didn't we kill three to save one?
Oh, right.
Or did it? I
yeah.
can't remember. Or
They
did it
were-
knock them out?
No, it was
I think
three people.
I think it knocked them out.
Okay.
No, I think it killed them too, because we left it
No,
running.
I think it knocked them out.
That's your story, and I'm sticking to it.
Because
There
I
aren't
remember
any
thinking that was
witnesses.
really a trolley problem where they were like, you can save this one innocent person who's being tortured, but you have to kill
Right.
three people who are torturing him in
Pi
order
says
to do
you
it.
think it knocked him out, to be fair. Right, but we never shut off the machine, so, you know, it kept going.
That's true.
There was nobody there to do it. Oh, not to mention all
Oh,
the
and
pets.
dog murder. Yes.
Yeah, we've been-
vicious, personal, up close dog murder.
Wolfhound murder. Wolfhound.
It's somebody's trained pet.
Sleep. It's fine. It's fine. That's how they sleep.
We gotta learn how to put them down better. Didn't we blow up some people with whale oil? I could have sworn there was some whale oil fires at some point.
Free whale oil.
Yeah, there was stuff that we exploded. I think we weren't meant to explode.
Yeah. There was a boat guy. Leah says, yeah, dog stabbery. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I watched...
He does not call in anytime soon. What do you watch?
After we were done with the other game, I watched Many True Nerds playthrough. He dropped that same whale oil tank in the same place. So I almost think that encounter is made to do that, where you're on top of this rotating thing, and you take it off and put the whale oil down, and then I think it almost always rolls off.
Okay, that's true. Oh, Pine Force says you saved Dowd. That was nice. Perseus says, okay, so what's your character's motive this time? Is your end goal something positive?
We just want to do nice stuff for Dowd because Dowd wants to kill God.
Right.
And Billy likes Dowd. I think that's the long and short of it.
So it's not murder, it's assisted murder? Or
it's deicide.
Accomplice after the fact? Or, I don't know, or before the fact?
Oh my goodness, that magnet.
Oh, wow. That's a sticky magnet.
There.
Bonk.
Now, this should work.
Are we going to be in range?
Here we go.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if you had to jump on it first and then pull the lever.
Oh, okay. So Perseus says, "Is Dowd justified in wanting to kill God?" Actually,
more of a revenge thing.
I mean, you refer to the outsider as a trickster god, but he doesn't really seem to be lying about anything. Like, he's not tricking us into doing evil things by telling us what we're doing is a good thing. He wants violence done in search of establishing a certain kind of order.
Right. He's not being devious about it, though.
Yeah, I would say that's probably fair and accurate.
Yeah, Pi says he has some good points. Most characters do, both evil and lawful good.
I mean, certainly it would have been more evil if the outsider had sided with
the woman who took over our
right?
that took over our kingdom here.
Yeah, but he only didn't like her because she
stole some of his power
in and out of the void and stuff like that. So, you know, she was becoming powerful, and there is a way of reading that is he didn't like the fact that she was
becoming as powerful as she was. Also, so he kind of probably perceived her as a rival in some aspect, or a potential rival. But also the fact that I think he kind of considers some of this stuff semi-small potatoes. You know, he always kind of looks down on this kind of petty behavior and stuff, you know, like he's above it all.
Yeah.
Godlike.
See, look, I'm strangling these people instead of killing them.
Mm-hmm. Right, because that's so much better.
That's what a good person does.
Well, we certainly hope that this place has universal health care, because boy, are they going to need it.
Now, Emily Caldwin appreciates the job that guards do. I'm certain she looks after her guards.
Yeah, but I don't know what the state of, neural pathology is. I think they're...
It's fine. It's fine. It's a little harmless love tap.
Yeah, I think they're
all these guards have brain damage.
Yeah, seriously, that's super bad.
Why does this exist?
I don't think they've actually made the MRI
so that you can knock everybody out. So, do we want to knock everybody out so that the bank is quieter?
Yeah.
Yes,
I think so. I think that's a neat thing to do.
I would feel bad if we didn't do it.
Weird why the air conditioning system has an inlet port for. Hey, what kind of gas would you like to put into the building?
I don't know, scented air. Pion Force's pop quiz. What are we doing here?
We're stealing a knife to kill God.
Yes. We're breaking into a bank to steal a knife to re-stab a god.
Yeah, just to stab a guy a second time.
And we are unambiguously doing a good thing. There is no moral quandary here whatsoever. I am playing a good character.
It also just seems unavoidable that this is going to fail, that it cannot possibly either work or go the way Dowd wants.
Or, work the way we expect. Yeah, something horribly is going to go wrong.
Even with them saying that the franchise is on hiatus, presumably getting rid of the outsider means getting rid of his mark, means getting rid of all the powers that everybody has that are derived from that. So even if he's going to be killed, when presumably it's got to be replaced by someone or something.
Right.
Well, that's a good question, actually. So if, even if she's successful, she knows that the Empress canonically has powers from the Outsider, and she's trying to stop the Outsider from doing anything? Like,
here's my question.
She's going to rob the Empress of powers.
Right.
If I was writing it, I would make it so that she becomes the Outsider.
Yeah, well, see, I always have thought that, I would assume that somewhere somebody's going to have to, quote-unquote, take his place. But the thing I have, if we do actually kill him, does that mean, because he's the vehicle for a lot of powers and a lot of people's powers, does that mean those powers are going to go away?
Well, yeah, I mean, that might be quite a dangerous thing to do if you know that your Empress has...
Well, it's also going to be a very boring thing because you're not going to be able to jump on things anymore, take people's faces, or do all the other stuff. You'll just be a regular human being like everybody else.
Well, it would turn on a no powers run. It would make it a mandatory no powers run.
Right. I don't know how well she's going to handle that.
So... this is really cool, I think. These guards are not unconscious the way I knock them unconscious. They are just... I suppose their perception is just really, really low at the moment, so I have to be super, super quiet because I can wake them up with a noise.
Right.
Pi says if you want to move them, you can choke them out a second time.
Yeah, you can. But, and this is the cool thing about this contract, if cannot harm the bank personnel and you need to make it look as though nothing would happen, so I think you can choke them out, but if they become conscious
but
of
if you
the fact
disturb
that they've been choked out, you don't get that thing, which I think is really cool.
Neat. So no choking. Oh, look, there's that thingamadoo.
Fibonacci.
Yeah, it's a Fibonacci sequence. That was actually a big thing in a game that we just did. So
well, you're going to find one of these upcoming puzzles pretty easy.
Oh, cool. Well, see, the reason that we picked up on it, and here's the really funny thing, is that I actually came up with this really, really cool discovery.
For a moment there, I thought you were going to say I came up with the Fibonacci sequence.
No. I remembered.
I was like, Black Star, really?
I was really cool. Yeah. I just pulled it out of my head. No, I remembered it from school because when we were studying it, it was one of the only number sequences and everything that actually had 2 1s in it. And when we were playing a video game, that was a key to a puzzle that we did. Only problem is when we were on stream, we weren't actually live. We were actually talking about this whole thing, and I made this fantastic discovery in a sequence of events that solved a sequence of really big, important puzzles and whatnot, and nobody got a chance to see it. It was such a bummer. I was so ticked at Narc because he pushed the wrong button. So seeing that again,
did we upload that later, or did we just talk about it later?
Well, we kind of tried to recapture the magic, if you will, as best we could from what I remembered. But it was a really cool discovery, and I fondly remember that well. So seeing that again here is kind of cool.
Yep. And my first reaction was like, no, they wouldn't be doing that, and it wouldn't be in a video game doing that again. And then it turns out you're right, they did.
Yep. Yeah. Leah remembers. Leah says, "Yep," and he was muted the whole time. Yeah, it was.
Oh, that's right. We were live, but there was no audio. That was the problem.
No, none. Yeah. All the conversation we had, nobody heard. I felt so bad. That was probably one of the smartest moments I've had in a long time, or ever will again.
Sad times.
No, seriously, I mean that.
That was in Franbo.
Yeah, Pi says, I feel that they would have followed up on the Jindosh lock, but the vault puzzle is more obvious if you're familiar with the Fibonacci at all. Yeah, in fact, once I remembered that, because the number sequence having 2 1s in it made me look up the sequence of the photo, and when I saw the photo was very similar to some other stuff in Franbo, then
that employee looked a lot like the pharmacist.
Yeah.
Are they redoing models?
Quiet on the Western Front.
Yeah, I would assume nothing would be electrified. They have customers and presumably insurance.
I don't know. I wouldn't make any assumptions about sort of
their booby traps.
OSHA standards in the Dishonored universe. I'm going to be honest.
They don't use dye packs. They use actual whale explosives.
Doors from here.
Yeah. So here we have the lobby door control. We have the teller office, the front door, the stairs, the inner atrium, and the service door.
Very well labeled.
Yeah.
Push button to rob bank.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. Now, I can't remember if this makes... I think this doesn't make a noise.
Now, wouldn't there be like 2 buttons that 2 people had to do at the same time but couldn't be in reach of each other kind of thing?
No, that's the safety deposit box. That's next.
Is it? Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, because that has 2 keys.
A letter from Lucia Pastor. So that's... do you remember the miner lady that we met in the last game? She's just writing angry letters to the bank.
I heard that she wasn't that important. She was kind of minor.
But dumb-tish. I think we maybe don't actually need to open any of those doors. I'm worried about setting off an alarm. Hello, guard. Just wander through here.
Leave them some Oreos and juice after nap time.
To the boiler room. I don't think we want to go that way. Let's look at a map.
Pi says, I think you need to open the inner atrium door.
I think you might be right, Pi. Let's do that.
At least you're able to from the stage.
I think Pi's right, actually.
Oh, do they have pneumatic tubes here?
Do you know what they might do?
Well, I'm just wondering if that was a 19th century invention, if banks back then actually had pneumatic tubes back then. Oh, Percy says, okay, last question. Is the outsider evil?
What do you mean, the bank up the street had pneumatic tubes into the 1990s?
Yeah, but I was just curious as when they were invented. I don't know if it was a 19th century thing, is my question.
Well, again, this is not on Earth, so it's not like, you know, it's not really relevant.
He's evil from your perspective when looking at it in a certain way. So, and no more than us and what we're doing. So considering the world that we're in, it just depends on what scale. He's not a happy-go-lucky, flowery kind of guy doing good deeds for no reward, if that makes sense.
Okay. 1836.
So theoretically, yeah, they could have pneumatic tubes in this. There's a question if they did it stylistically.
Victorians were the first to use capsule pipelines to transmit telegrams to nearby buildings from telegraph stations.
Love pneumatic tubes.
The tubes are actually older. 1836 is the year of the invention of the capsule, which meant you could actually do something with a pneumatic tube.
Right.
Hang on. They invented the tube before they invented the capsule?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, think about it. Piping. You know, piping had been around forever before people decided to stick tubes in them. Piping's been around for centuries.
What an...
And it wasn't patented until another 20 years after that.
Yeah. It's basically a new way to use plumbing. The idea of being able to put something in it other than liquids or whatnot that travel by themselves, like water or fuel or what have you.
Yeah, I mean, I think I understand it. I just...
Well, I mean, we've had aqueducts for thousands of years. I mean,
it's kind of, that to me is a bit like the sliced bread fact.
Right.
You know?
Well, think of it this way. You know, I mean, well, think of all the evolution of what we needed to. We had knives far earlier than we had bread. And then somebody decided to put the two of them together.
So what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to disarm those electric floor thingies without getting close enough to them to be triggered.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Leah says maybe they put things in the tubes that didn't require capsules?
Maybe.
That is a distinct possibility. Percy says, all right, then I would have to conclude that going out of your way to help kill the outsider who really isn't a bad guy, sounds a bit of like something a villain would do.
Well, it's something Dowd wants to do, and Dowd is kind of a villain.
Kind of fancy.
Yeah,
elevator.
We're
and
just
we
helping
work for
him.
villains.
We're not so much a villain. We're more like a henchman.
I need to find a way.
Yeah,
to
we work for villains.
one way or another.
Pi, I think, is responding to Leah's things about putting things in tubes that didn't require capsules. He says ferrets.
That is a really good way of getting wires through tubes. They do
Apples,
use,
dead rats, or your
ferrets
mother's
for that,
beating
yeah.
heart could all go through tubes.
Very nice.
The internet, it's a series of tubes.
Okay, now that's not a wall of light over there, right? That's distinct from that? This is like, what, some kind of a Tesla coil thing?
This one here,
Yeah.
that's the wall of light.
Oh, it is. Okay. It seems to look different than the others, but maybe I'm
I think
just
it's
imagining it.
bigger, maybe.
I figured they wouldn't have had that because of accidentally zapping customers.
I think they don't run it during the day.
Here's my question. Why aren't the mechanical men responding to the fact that everybody's taking a siesta?
The machine does not have a playback for this scenario.
Apparently not. Leah says, I bet my cats would love shoving dead rats in tubes. Really? I figured they'd want to eat them.
There have been a lot of wasps for some reason in my bathroom recently.
What?
Yep.
Why?
Which makes me think that there might be a wasp trying to make a nest somewhere. And
if they're in your bathroom a lot, then they've probably already established one either nearby or in the walls.
Which is a little bit alarming.
A little? Oh god, I'd be terrified.
I really don't like wasps.
Who
My
does?
Cat has the first time, I don't know if you remember, like one of the first streams that we
didn't
did,
he
she
get
got herself
stung?
stung.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's awful.
she went to grab one and then she was like, wait, no.
Yeah,
I've been here before. This is painful.
That's not,
and I
that
was
doesn't
like,
end well.
oh look, you only needed to be stung 3 times before you learned. I'm surprised.
Yeah, can you call a guy or?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, well, if you don't know where it is and you can't spray it yourself, then absolutely.
Yeah. Note to staff about Dr. Galvani. I'm sure you've noticed in the pile of papers from Tivia, well, we've received an inordinate amount of letters from Dr. Galvani about the security and contents of his lockbox. He's only had it about 2 months, but his correspondence is endless. I assured him in our last formal letter that our security is unmatched, but the man won't be swayed. Apparently he's been burgled twice before and can't stand the idea of it happening again, but then he clearly wrote the combination has always been the most important date in his life. Why go around telling people that? Doesn't he know how easy that is to figure out? The man's been robbed over and over and he still isn't taking this seriously. Anyway, if he writes to us again, just give him the standard form letter. There's nothing you can say that will make him feel at ease. His lockbox is as secure as everything else in this place.
Which is to say, not at all. The only thing sillier than doing that is writing it down somewhere else.
For everyone to see. The following
who on earth
code
could
is...
ever
Well, not everyone, just us.
Yeah, Pi says, yeah, the punch card robots are not very smart. No, they have kind of like set series of rules, and any variation there, they don't handle unknown circumstances well. Oh, I will say, Jilly, that if you get a chance, check on the interwebs for one of those homemade wasp traps. You basically like take a soda bottle and cut the top off and turn it upside down. And then fill it with a liquid that attracts them, and then they get stuck. You may want to put one of those like somewhere outside the bathroom to kind of like draw them out from wherever their nests are. But if you get a bunch of wasps over there relatively quickly, I think that'll tell you that there is a nest nearby or in your walls or something. And yeah, you definitely need to have that taken care of.
What's his deal?
I think what happened there.
How did he wake up?
The clockwork soldier saw that I'd desactivated the light wall, and then it woke everybody up.
Oh no! Oh, we're gonna have to reload this.
Yeah.
Owie, stabby, ow, robot.
I knew there was something.
First law of robotics.
Yeah, you couldn't deactivate.
Oh man, yeah. Nobody has met Asimov yet, so yeah, we're in trouble.
Yeah, it didn't seem like that was a result of anything we did.
It was.
Yeah.
It was I undid the light wall.
Well, Pi says I'm pretty sure you can disable that wall, but maybe we just did it in the wrong way.
No, I think it's whenever the because the robot gets alarmed when it sees the wall is undone.
Right.
Then when damn it, it's saved here.
Oh, darn it.
Hold on.
Oops.
We pause time very quickly. Ow. Because the robot's going to get alarmed when it sees this. So it's going to wake everybody up. So you'll see it happen. In fact, if I can... What can I do?
Well, grenades are wakey.
I might be able to hook it.
Oh,
so it's
really?
going to see and be alarmed.
Yeah, right there.
That alarm is going to wake everyone up. There you go.
An unauthorized guest has
Let
been
the clockwork soldiers deal with it.
These things.
So, but I think I have another save. Hold on.
Okay.
Because, yeah, I do. Quite recently. Now, I wouldn't normally do this, but I do think, because this is quite a fun mission, I'd like to be longer.
Yeah, it's not interesting to do it the hacky-slashy way in this case.
No. In fact, the variations on this thing are kind of funny. But yeah, I thought we couldn't be discovered, found out, people wake up, or anything like that, or we would lose.
Well, it's the optional thing.
Yeah, it's the optional thing.
Oh, okay. I thought it was mandatory. All right. So
no, the only thing mandatory is
nothing
getting the thing out of
Dishonored
the
will ever be
vault.
mandatory, basically.
Well, I just meant for the challenge, for the thing that we were trying to achieve.
A control room can move the vault into 2 places. I need to find a way to move that thing. One way or another.
Move it.
Just think of that.
I think everybody
well, the way she talks of it, I need to find a way to move it. Move it.
Leah says, no complaints here, so sweet. So let's see if we can do our highly variable bank heist. It's almost like having alternate time.
There isn't really a silent takedown for the robots, though, right? Anyway, I mean, you take the head off.
Isn't.
And
actually, can we get a magnet so we can like take out their inhibition units and maybe they'll start singing?
If you take the head off, they don't go berserk technically. They just attack anything within range and they can still hear, right? But everybody is being quiet and it doesn't make noise when you do that, or does it?
What happens when you teleport through the robots? Yeah, but can you teleport them? Can you literally teleport through them like you did that or poor unsuspecting
person? Oh, you want to try and telefrag the robot?
Yeah. What if that's a possibility? What do you think?
Oh, I've suddenly remembered how to do this.
Oh, did you? Let me guess. It's a button you gotta push.
You just blink through the wall?
You can, your floating eye can go through the wall of light.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you can't. So you can plant a marker there and teleport past the wall of light.
Oh,
I've forgotten.
So you don't need to turn it off.
Yeah.
Darn it.
There we go. Sorted.
Purchase says, how can you possibly be stealthy when your character is monologuing in a loud tone?
A surprisingly loud tone. Yeah, I never understood that either. Damn. Talking got loud again.
Oh,
Pi
you can
says
go
he
through
has
the
another
vents with
request.
this.
What would you like to see, Pi? I don't know if she can dance. Oh, Pi says use the microphone. Can you use the microphone?
I can use the microphone, but I don't know the thing that I need to know to use the microphone yet. So,
Attention,
I know
bank
the first
employees.
day on the job can be trying, so feel free to ask me any questions. Remember, the code for this door changes, so you'll have to get the new one from Chief Pena? I don't know how to say that. Pena. You can usually find him in the archives. Once you have the code, speak to the numbers clearly into the microphone and wait for the lock to release. I'll come by at noon, take you to my favourite restaurant. Most of us security guards go there for lunch. Food's terrible, but it keeps our interest low. There's a little bank humour for you. See you later, Martin. That's really terrible humour, Martin.
That is bad.
You should be ashamed of that, Martin. I have to be careful here because the machine will see us. Where is he? There you are.
I am an evil robot too. Don't mind me.
I says save
Now,
first
is the
if you
robot
want.
evil if it's just doing its job?
Walking
I mean, if it's never been
around.
programmed better.
I want to know
Versus
why
new
a
mission:
bank-
find Martin and kill him.
Yeah, I just want to know why a bank has a pair of death robots in the lobby. And if so, this isn't exactly some bank that I want to have in a checking account with.
It's going to keep your stuff very safe, though.
Yeah, but it might kill me accidentally when I try to retrieve said stuff.
Think how safe it would be.
Yeah, it's so safe
So
even I
safe.
can't
Any price
get
is
it.
worth paying for true security. Now,
Exactly.
elevator shafts have been a problem.
Excuse you, I have never accidentally killed someone apart from that one time
Yes,
when
she
I
has
did.
never killed an elevator once this entire gameplay.
Apart from that other one when I did.
Oh, that's
I would-
right. Yeah.
I would think we need to bring that up. I don't see why that's
Yeah.
relevant to this discussion.
Sadly, yeah, we did kill that elevator.
Damn it.
Killed Martin for his terrible humor. You think? I don't know. I think of all the crimes in this game, do you think that would be, like, worthy enough of murder?
Here's
that we-
another electrified floor. 'Cause,
Oh, wow.
You know, whoop.
I'm getting a
Uh-oh.
real feeling this bank doesn't like people coming to visit.
You really should be able to see you there.
Yep. It's fine. It's fine. Now, what I find quite interesting about these ones is they can't see forward and backward like the other Jindosh ones could.
Mhm.
So you can see how their cone of vision is only
Yes.
forward, which is sort of kind of interesting to me, actually.
Did they? Is it because they're a cheaper version, or the fact that they thought it was a little too cheaty to have them front and behind?
I'm not sure.
I'd be curious.
I suspect the decision is a gameplay one fundamentally. Probably because of environments like this, it was just too complicated to design an environment where you could hide forward and back.
Right. Or maybe they just thought it was too tough. Maybe it was too difficult.
Yeah. But like, you know, the old ones would see you here, sort of idea. So it's quite interesting, I think.
Yeah, Perseus is right. He says electrified floor. Man, this place would definitely kill you anytime you wanted to make a withdrawal. I totally agree. That's why I think I would never bank at this one.
Ooh, Dr. Galvani's member. Maybe
What? What?
What? Whoa, wait a minute.
memoir.
Hold on.
Dr.
Time out a
Galvani's
second.
memoir, obviously.
Where's that mute button? We'll be back momentarily, right after this break.
It's the
She's losing it.
28th day of the month of the high cold, which is the most important day of my life. Do we have a calendar here?
That's a long time to have a cold.
Yeah, kinda. Man, the medical capabilities are really bad here.
Ooh, a corrupt bone charm.
Leah says, perhaps the banks wants more economical death robots. Yeah, that is a possibility. Somebody was probably penny pinching. Some eager beaver said, you know what, that we don't need forward and behind cameras. Let's just save a little money here.
Oh, have we ever seen a full calendar before?
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Have we?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, is that a calendar?
Yeah. Earth,
I thought that was
harvest,
somebody's-
nets, rain, wind, darkness, high cold, ice, hearths, seed, timber, clans, songs.
And it's a very sensible calendar. Every month is exactly 4 weeks.
Wow.
So 28/7
Doesn't-
is probably Galvani's.
Well, I don't know. Aren't the last 2 days of hearths scratched out?
So does that mean the
Yes.
Oh, but they are
planetary-
printed. I guess it's just
Wait a
supposed to be marks on the board, not.
Okay.
I think so.
Does this mean that all their planets rotate on an even set schedule?
No, I think what happens, and I would have to double check.
They probably
but
have
I
leap
think
days.
what happens is there are days that they just don't acknowledge, and those days.
And that's when the purge happens.
Yes, that's when the purge happens, and that's when Emily was conceived.
So it's like a
Because
Oh yeah,
these days
they
are
mentioned
outside
that.
of law.
They mentioned that, didn't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
13 months, 28 days, lunar calendar? Yeah, question mark. I don't know.
I mean, it's not as if other civilizations haven't lived for relatively long periods of time with inaccurate calendars that would have required correction due to seasonal drift.
Well, it's funny because there was actually
it takes a while to notice these things.
Yeah, there was a recent discovery with an ancient device. It was something that supposedly Archimedes had made that had actually, with the number of teeth on the device, had actually taken into account the nuances in the planetary movement so that you could actually have a mechanical timepiece that would take into account the actual movements of the stars and the planets and stuff. It was really quite fascinating. I wish I could remember what program that was.
You probably mean the Antikythera mechanism.
That's the one. Yep. Yes. Was that a National Geographic thing, or was that a Nova? It was one of those. Electrified floors, trained guards,
28 7.
Ooh, now here's an idea. Is there a bank with like a room with all the safety deposit boxes? Why does that bird have a beard?
Bertie the bird. Alrighty, let's go back up there.
Those are kind of heavy.
No, it's totally fine. They just convert automatically into money. That's how gold works.
Well, it is money.
No.
Well,
gold is not money.
No, it's a metal. I know, but still. No, I was
Someone
just
hasn't read Making Money by Terry Pratchett.
No, I have not.
That's how I get my understanding of the financial system.
I haven't made enough money to buy it, so yeah, I haven't yet. No, the question that I have is that are there other boxes that we can break into for little perks like that? Crown jewels.
There are, but
Dukes,
it's quite tricky,
things.
and I don't know how many of them we can do.
I'm just wondering how many royal families bank here that you can like pilfer all of their hidden savings and things.
There's quite a few, but it's easier if we just go and pilfer the full safe.
Gotcha. Okay. Because that's one safe, but I'm thinking, wow, an entire room in a sleeping bank of safety deposit boxes and more free time than I know what to do with. Yeah, that could be fun.
Yeah, this laudanum doesn't seem to run out, which is
perhaps
a little
apparently.
bit suspicious.
Well, didn't you say that the state of a room or whatnot and everything is pretty constant, that if you do something or whatnot, it'll stay that way until something changes it? So
pretty much.
Yeah, so theoretically the laudanum won't wear out indiscriminately and we can do what we like.
Yeah, but that's kind of...
Game breaky?
I mean, it's what's the term that they use for that again? Ludonarrative dissonance, is that it? The game...
I'll go with yeah.
Kind of like when the gameplay doesn't quite match the story that's being told.
Right, yeah.
And yeah, I was...
Or is it thematic dissonance?
When there is narratively a reason to be swift and quick, I'm often a bit like, ooh, but I don't want to spend all this time running around.
Lingering,
yeah. I'll just save here.
I just wish they would pick an eye, or better yet, have you decide whether you're a lefty or a righty, and then pick the eye that best matches if you're a lefty or a righty, and stick with it. But these constant animations with the two eyes switching and stuff, that just messes me.
Hey, wake up. I need you to let me in.
That's not the password.
Outsider's eyes.
Me? Who's me?
Sleeping on the job. He'd make me run the shock ward. May I have the code, please?
It's B15D. Now let me in.
Okay. Come on in. And I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Chief Pena about my attention lapse.
Gotcha.
So
Not a
wait,
problem.
so you wake this guy up from his laudanum stupor.
And he prays that you don't tell his boss.
Hard time about the codes.
And he lets you in even though he doesn't know who you are.
Yeah,
well,
you had the code.
I was wearing that guard's face out there.
Right, but you were talking. We've specifically been shown by the game that it doesn't change your voice when you do that.
Right.
That's a very good point. It's also his first day.
Yeah, or your chest. So yeah, he's suddenly going to wonder why his coworkers has breasts.
And so that doesn't account as being spotted, alerted, discovered in any way, shape, or form?
No, it doesn't.
Pi says, yeah, if you don't have the code, he just sends you to the basement to find it rather than raise the alarm, because he doesn't want to get in trouble for sleeping.
Huh.
So
even though everybody in the building is sleeping, he doesn't notice that.
Yeah, he'll point you in the right direction.
These things. Why are they smiling?
They are happy. They're just happy to be robots.
I think they're just happy not to be bisected.
What's that
Percy
line?
says, yeah.
Futurama? To be young again. And a robot.
And a robot, yeah. So you want to take these people's faces. Is that permanent, or did they get their faces back? That's
I
a
think
good
they get
question.
their faces back. I think.
You think or you hope? Or
we
just saying
presume.
because everything's fine. Everything's fine here
Everything's
now.
fine.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm sure they get their faces back because I'm a good person who wouldn't leave somebody without a face.
Oh boy.
Obviously,
yeah. Or arms, or legs, or heads, but definitely not the face.
definitely not the face.
Carefully, it's electrified. Ugh. I thought you were actually going to run out there for a second.
Would I do something so foolish, so ridiculous?
Sorry.
Next, you'll be expecting that I'll
Wait, was she a
drop
witch?
somebody from a high height.
Alexander Pena, Chief of Security. Why does the Chief of Security have a broom?
They spelled his name wrong.
Probably. It's hard to tell. We're so short.
So they did.
Oh, you mean the little accent mark thingy?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
What's...
Printer probably didn't have that.
What is that called?
It's not a tilde. What is it?
That's what I was thinking. It's not a tilde, is it? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
it's something else. It's 2 years of
Oh,
Spanish.
it is a tilde.
Oh, it is?
Huh.
No, I'm tilted. So...
The tilde is the mark over the end that you indicate palatalization. Meaning pena instead of pena.
Yeah, with a Y, yeah.
Interesting. Aha! A non-electrified floor. It's mine.
It's funny, all the other wooden floors conduct electricity so well.
I know.
Just going to let you sleep for a little while.
Oh, but I thought you said that made no. I thought that.
Yeah, I thought we couldn't touch
I thought
anybody.
we couldn't do that.
I think it does, but I'm also convinced that when I do this next bit, it would wake him up.
Oh, I thought maybe you were doing something comedically torturing.
Okay.
I think
Can we check whether we've failed that?
Yeah. Oh, apparently we've already failed it. At some point.
Oh.
No, but we don't know where.
Darn it.
Exactly. I mean, you might have done it just now.
I have a clue, or an inkling.
Possible. No, because it would have popped up.
You mean if we did it just now, it would have popped up? Yeah, Leah says you gotta love those electrically conductive wooden floors.
What's going on?
Uh-oh. Did everybody wake up?
Everything is fine. Just testing the mechanism.
That wasn't scheduled. Nobody tells me anything. All right.
I'm surprised you didn't say it's a robbery.
It's a rubbery. Or a shrubbery.
Mm-hmm.
There is a bone charm nearby. Where? If it's down there, I'm not getting it. I don't see a bone charm.
Okay, now here's a question. What happens if you try to take the robot's face?
I've no idea.
Ah, see? I'm inclined to try. Just to say that
we will.
did.
Next time we find a robot, we will.
Cool. Well, there's one way downstairs, so maybe we can hit him up on the way out.
On the way out.
And I'd be curious if you can, if the mechanic actually does work, I'd be curious why nobody reacts to see you walking around with the face of a robot.
I'm going to sneak. I know it annoys you.
I'm here to steal all your secrets, Dolores.
It's okay.
We will loot the civilian. Here is good old Dolores Michael.
I just think
Dolores,
seeing it in third person would be funny.
Yeah, I've resolved our little problem. The pharmacist has gone where he'll trouble us no more. Unfortunately, he left behind a bloody mess. The documents he stole from you are still missing. I've ransacked his home and his shop, but found nothing. I even went to his dreary little artist's garret, but the documents weren't buried in that jumble either. Rumour at the Spectre says Cienfuegos sent an archive to someone at the Royal Conservatory. What do you bet that the archive contains your documents? I leave the task of retrieving it in your capable hands. Best, Ivan.
Oh, Leah says, yeah, that reminds me. What's the deal with the outsider saying that the robot's face was familiar? That scene never made sense to me. That's a good point.
Okay, quick cruise of Steam community forums and Reddit indicates that if you want to get quiet as a mouse, you need to trigger the button that moves the vault through the window with a dart.
Oh, I remember that now, yes.
Wow, okay, yeah, we haven't played with darts very much lately, so...
It looks familiar, but I've never seen anything like it.
I'd forgotten that was how you did that. So
Dun,
this
dun,
is a weird little painting called The Eye of the Dead God, which...
it looks like a whale.
It does, doesn't it?
Kinda.
And look, Dolores has a curious contraption.
It's the dual knifey thing next to the weird rock in the tube.
And here we have a pearl.
And we still don't know what it does.
Nope. It does make me curious, though, that if they'll actually invent a television, what it might look like. 19th century looking TV. Kind of like the old film stuff.
Progress with Jindosh is safe. Director Michaels, I've discovered a way to open Jindosh's private safe in the vault. I had concentrated on opening only his box number 1, but that approach was misguided. Nowhere near clever enough for the Grand Inventor's diabolical intellect. If my suspicions are correct, entering the correct 15-digit code into each safe will open all the security boxes at once, including Jindosh's. Then you may empty it for use by other clients. Please come by my workroom so I can show you my progress with the code. Mrs. Campos moved me to the top floor of the lobby by the stairs. Leon. And she has a curious button to push, which I'm going to push.
Like to keep your secrets right where you can see them, don't you, Dolores?
She's a home theater buff. Okay.
How despicable. What do we have here? Dolores Michaels' journals. 10th day, month of timber. Another day of smiling at these wealthy fools and taking their treasures. I wonder how they'd feel if they knew their shabby little family heirlooms don't interest me. No, I seek a far greater prize, a jewel of immeasurable worth, immortality. From the moment I first learned about the cult's great secret, I knew I must have it. Everything I once valued, wealth, power, influence, it all faded to insignificance. What material possession can compare to eternal life? And if having it means I must live in some filthy mine, worshipping black stones with gullible fools, then so be it. A small price to pay for such rich reward. To stare down the unblinking eye of time itself, to laugh down the centuries as the wealth of the Isles falls to dust around me. That is the only treasure worth having.
Okay, hold up.
And then,
hold up. So, my life is going to be living in a filthy mine, worshipping black stones and gullible fools, but the upside is that it's going to last longer. Okay, just wanted to be clear before we move on.
So before I can seize my immortality, I must deal with the mess Cienfuegos created. Outsider, take that, traitor! The cult can never know that he stole the documents they entrusted to me. If the information about their secret void entrance, fell into the wrong hands, it would destroy everything. My plans would be ruined. No, I won't let that happen. Those oracular sisters have closed off the royal conservatory, but that's a minor obstacle. As I know well, there's always a way past the most secure defenses. I just need to think of it.
Good. I have the vault key. What else is she hiding? They know a way into...
So we have an invitation for Dolores Michaels. Know that your dedication is not gone unnoticed. We have conferred and agreed that you will be among the next selected to join us in our seclusion and communion. It would be wise to begin whatever preparations are necessary to divest yourself of your attachments in Karnaca. The possessions and connections you have in this life will not be permitted here. We will contact you again in due course. Enclosed with this letter are several documents. I entrust them to your care. Study them with devotion and protect them with your life. May the Eye watch over you.
The Void. Cienfuegos sent Isla's documents to the Royal Conservatory. I need to find out what he knew. The conservatory is my next step.
So it is kind of an odd motivation for a banker.
Yes. Also, Billy seems to not draw the same points of significance from a lot of the text as I do.
Yeah,
what I draw from that is like,
different.
Okay, wait a minute. So the head of the bank is abdicating their authority to join a cult. But somehow that's not what you took out of that.
Yeah.
My God, how primitive. They're still shooting in 4x3.
So, Shindery Peak, North Face,
Yep.
18th day, month of wind, 1851. Somebody stepping through a rock.
So it's at Shindery Peak, which you've already seen mentioned a couple times.
Yep.
If only we had some kind of dart.
A mining camp in the...
Yes.
But it's not right. It's been changed by the Void. It doesn't exist. Or shouldn't.
Oh, we're doing one of those alternative time things?
Let's, I will take the gold and the blood amber jewelry box. And I will read the address book, even though we've failed that mission because I was a fool.
You're not a fool, no. I do like the vault, though. That's kind of neat.
The vault is very cool. There's
It's very
another
Art
way to get
Deco.
into the vault, which is you just drop it through several floors, which is quite fun as well if you're going for a much more high chaos run than we are.
Which is not the first indication I've seen that somebody making this game has read Ian Banks.
Right.
Yeah. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vaults, which is 1, 2, 3, whatever that is, 6 times 5, 30. 6 times 3. Sorry. My mental arithmetic is terrible. Thank you. 18 numbers.
But didn't the note talk about 15?
It did. Because this one doesn't have a spinning dial in it.
Oh, it's got a key. Oh, that's the one that has the dual keys.
Yeah.
Okay, so the total number of digits to be entered is 15.
Yeah. So
Leah says,
what
I don't
should
know.
we enter?
Dropping the vault through the floor sounds fun.
It is pretty fun.
Well, can we save and like maybe do another one after?
Yeah, I think I can. I think I can do both.
All right, we'll tell you what.
Yeah.
If we have time and if we can do it, yeah, we'll see about doing that. 'Cause to be honest, as soon as you said it, I'm curious about wanting to see that myself.
But you still have to. Crashing the vault through the floor doesn't open all of these ones. It only gets you access to the this one. The
Oh no, I just want to see it crash.
Yeah,
I don't care about what's inside it.
We can do that.
And by the way, you've already failed the do everything silently mission, but dropping the vault does not fail it.
What? Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, something's broken somewhere. Oh, can we drop it on the robots?
I think you just need to get to this room without having woken anybody up after you've gotten here. That doesn't matter.
Dun dun dun. The dual-edged pig sticker.
That's exactly what it's called.
Why not? Damn, it's out of batteries.
Influence certain futures on dangerous streets. and taken in by murderers. Dowd spared your life all those years ago, but I was taught a lesson that you still haven't learned. Some wounds stay with you, even in the void.
Give it to me. I don't have time for this.
Time repeats the same unending patterns. 4,000 years ago, this knife cut my name away. Forgotten forever. You know what it's like to lose one name and live with another. We are all made by the things that are taken from us.
I've seen the people you've twisted with your poisonous magic. You know what I want. You know I'm coming for you.
I know more than most. I know that time is bleeding into itself around you. I know that you have felt it, and you are searching for the places where the world has broken against the void. I know that Dowd is dead where you left him on your ruined ship, and you will carry that knife with you to face me at the black center of all things.
Why are you doing this? Why are you talking to me now?
I'm here because you are different. The void has found you through the cracks in your broken life. And when you cut me out of it, what will remain? What will you leave behind when you walk away?
Can you make a hole in a void?
I don't know.
I have the knife. I need to get back to the dreadful whale.
So this sword is pretty cool, actually. But let's crack this code. So, what numbers should we put in?
Oh well, that's
1,
Blackstar's
2,
deal.
3.
No.
It's the same code as my luggage.
I like that it does that little clunk. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's, at this point I forget what's the next one. 3.
0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8.
Ike. I think I was in the bathroom during this part.
13.
So slow.
Well, better methodical and slow
21.
rather than rapid and accidental. So,
what's after 21?
34.
Percy says, well, yeah, if he keeps showing up in your head like that, then yeah, 55. I can understand why you'd want him dead. Yeah, he kind of pops in and out all the time.
3, 4. Here we go.
Yeah, were these some of the numbers we had last week, or did you find them someplace else? Because I think I was out.
What's the last number, Narc?
55.
Huh. 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 1, 3...
2, 1, 3, 4.
2, 1, 34, 55. Why is that not working?
Pi says, I think you have to include the door with no dial on it. Is it like a red herring kind of thing? Or count it and skip entering those numbers.
Okay, so 21, 213. So this one is 455 then.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Pion. I have actually played this game. Apparently, my memory is just really bad.
She drinks a lot.
What's the next one? 6.
8, 9.
8, 890 or 891, is it?
891. Yeah.
Yeah. Ta-da! Didn't. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Oh,
so this
the riches
is
of the world. Oh, robot sword.
Robot sword.
Safe. A note on clockwork allegiance. There is an uncomplicated grace to my machines in which few in the Isles appreciate. That is not to say they are simple. My clockwork soldiers are not simple. Oh no, their complexity is beyond the comprehension of the patrons who purchase them for their salons. Well beyond that of the Duke and his Grand Guard, and beyond those small-minded imbeciles at the Academy of Natural Philosophy. I am rightly praised for the intricacy of their design, but at once I recognise that they are infinitely more simple than schemers who sing praises from one side of their mouth, while muttering curses with the other. No, I could never abide duplicity. Barring sabotage, my clockwork soldiers know friend from foe and will never confuse the two. And should one of my cloying clients, having purchased one of my clockwork soldiers, try to turn against me once they have the power of my greatest creation at their disposal, they will swiftly learn what true integrity is. All of my clockwork soldiers will respond to the spoken code, I'll not say that, and realign their allegiance with the speaker. I alone know this sequence, and it will be locked away for all time. My machines will never be used against me. That is their inestimable beauty. So now we have a hack.
That's like Jindoff with numbers. Pi asks, yeah, is Jindoff's the one with the fan fiction in it?
No, this is, I'll show you that one in a moment. The Heart of the Abyss. This is it. So this is some Corvo, Corvo Outsider fan fiction.
Oh god, we're not going down a rabbit hole we don't want to go down, do we?
The stranger, smirking insidiously. My dear Corvid, I have been watching you for a long time. When you fight, when you sleep, when you bathe. And now you've lost it all. Corvid, shocked
50 Shades of Dishonor.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Who are you? What is this cold and shadowy place? Have I penetrated the stranger's mind? The stranger flourish. There are forces in this world, forces some men call magic. Now you can bend them to your will. I am the stranger, and this is my mark. Corvid, studying the back of his hand. Ah, it burns. What is this supernatural gift? The stranger, moving closer. Oh, but I have many more gifts to give. What will you do with them, I wonder? Corvid, admiring the young man. Oh, what pale skin, what piercing gaze. You look more youthful than the legends say. The stranger, caressing his cheek. Let me show you which legends are true. I'm fairly certain I read that fanfic.
Hey, phrasing. Yeah, wow, this is going down someplace I don't think we want to go. I know I don't.
This is a little vault of Emily's. So we have a sextant and an old diary. She'd done up one of her bedchambers with velvet and candles. If she had brought in a lamp, it would have looked shabby, but the candles made it eerie. I suppose that was the point. One of her servants must have set up an audiograph to play music behind a curtain too, because I could hear muffled strings all evening. We sat around a table and held hands and chanted over the little bit of whalebone she had found. It felt stupid, really. I was hoping for more. Some thunder or a witch to appear and dance on the table for us. I don't know. But I sensed a presence, some restless energy. It's hard to describe. Something was reaching out to me. Maybe it was Mother. But it was upset, angry almost. It felt like the time I got tangled in weeds at the bottom of the estate district ponds and Father had to jump in to save me. I didn't tell anyone. I know it was just a silly game, but if we can capture voices in audiograph machines or light with those new silvergraphs, why can't we capture spirits in some kind of machine too? I should talk to Anton.
Oh, wow, that didn't go horribly wrong.
Yeah, if the ionization rate is constant for all ectoplasmic entities, I mean...
We can bust some heads. Yeah, spiritual sons, of course. Perseus says, yeah, then why on earth would he write the code down so obviously if you wanted to keep it totally secret? Well, he did put it in the hardest to reach vault bank that you possibly could, so
yeah,
I don't know.
But you know what?
The safest of keepings.
I realize it's a huge gaming trope, you know, writing down or mentioning passwords and stuff, and it's usually presented as in, you know, people are lazy and don't actually care about security, and I think it works better when they lampshade it that way than
like
have it be
leaving
this
it on
way.
a post-it note on his desk,
where the guy's literally bragging to himself and writing about how clever he is, and has to include his super secret turn all the robots against anybody password.
Perseus says, and now you're just stealing from the character you played just last time. Clearly you're playing a villain.
No.
No, she's a very nice person. She never did that whole thing.
She's lovely.
She's lovely. She's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's good, right?
I find your lack of faith disturbing. I am the hero of the story.
Hey, look, I think that in addition to the getting the eye and the limb back, Billy deserved to be well paid for that last job, and we can presume that Emily stiffed her.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, assuming that. Assumption entered.
How do I get higher?
Well, we don't.
I think you've already used all the laudanum.
Channel, but one word, Amsterdam. That would be my answer. Pion Force said, yeah, if this game was realistic, the failsafe password would have been written on a post-it stuck to the robot's ass. See, yeah, I totally agree that that would be the thing. Or better yet, like inside his face panel that you would, or a service panel or port or something. Yeah, it would be scratched or etched in.
All the desks would have it. It'd be like, occasionally the robots just go nuts if it does say this.
Yep, on the right, there was a post-it note on the wall. It would have been right there.
Just saving in case I mess this up.
What do you mean in case?
Whale oil rationing.
Wow.
Okay, that's weird.
How do you ration whale oil?
But why would you
electricity?
Why would you use a sad whale?
Why would you use a sad cartoon whale to indicate a rationing of oil made from whales?
Yeah, they wouldn't be unhappy about the rationing. They'd be thrilled. That would be a happy face whale.
No, not necessarily, but...
Well, there'd be fewer killings. They had to ration it.
But you can't inspire rationing of the whale oil by inducing sympathy for the whale.
Yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't think.
Now, if we go stab a whale with this knife, does that mean we will have whale gods? And what kind of vengeance would they ensue upon the populace? I'm sorry, I'm very inclined to stab a whale right now. Ariel Wilson's in the chat. Hi, Ariel.
Hi, Ariel.
Hey, Ariel.
Yeah. Alternatively, the password doesn't actually...
God damn it, I was not fast enough.
Ariel, don't
do
spoil
what
it.
it says, and it's a trap.
Don't spoil it.
What happened? I was reading chat. What'd you do? Did you push the wrong button?
Did I? No, I just wasn't fast enough.
Oh! I was reading chat. I didn't see what happened here.
Yeah, don't look at the chat. It's a spoiler.
Apparently. Well, Ariel says it was a trap, and then all of a sudden you died. So I thought, oh wow. Blame the password.
No, the trap is that's one of the electrical things.
Oh.
And there is a way of diffusing it quickly.
Sorry,
I just need to figure out where.
I get distracted by my whale stabbing scenario. Okay, so is it one of those things you gotta cut power to it or something?
Okay.
Oh, Ariel says no spoilers, just a guess. I don't even know what game this is. This is an expansion pack to Dishonored 2.
Yeah, this is the standalone expansion, Death of the Outsider.
I need
We're halfway to stabbing.
I need something to pull back these brakes.
Yep, we have just recovered from a bank vault the magic knife that apparently created the demigod that we are trying to defeat by poking him with it again, because that's a thing. Ariel says, yeah, just paranoid. Hey, who isn't?
Yeah, I think, I mean, it would be in character for Jindosh, I think, to presume that he maybe couldn't trust the bank employees and to leave a code that would do something bad. I just don't think the designers are doing that here, so...
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
Could it zap you through the grate? I mean, that's going to be like...
It can't zap me through the grate, but it might be able to zap me here.
Because that's like a Faraday cage that you're sitting in the floor. That's a metal grate. That would be attracted to that far more than you. You know what I mean?
Yep, that's a very good point.
Yeah. If the player gets a chance and uses that code on a robot and then the robot just kills you, the player's not going to say, oh, well played, Jindosh, that was clever. He's going to go, Arcane, you bastards.
Right.
You could design that, like, craftily enough. You would need to...
but you would need to foreshadow
put those
it.
two things really close together, and...
You need to foreshadow it, and they've coded Jindosh as a insufferable braggart, but not as a paranoid liar.
Schizophrenic.
Yeah.
They need to code him as being unreliable.
That'll do it.
Before it mattered.
Didn't think anyone would steal the whole vault, did you?
Yeah. You didn't see that coming, did you?
I don't know. Why make a vault movable?
No.
Well, you had to install it, so it had to be moved at some point.
A marker. No.
So you don't want to fall down with the vault.
No. I don't think we do.
I think maybe walk back to the other. Yeah.
There we
go. Well, it's not the fall that kills you; it's the sudden stop at the end.
Release the brick and
release the hounds.
It should. No? You don't want to fall, little vault?
Maybe you need your weight on it.
Did you miss one? Yeah, maybe you had to step on it.
No, I'm serious.
Oh, do you have to cut the wires?
Oh,
Is there a safety
I missed
wire?
one.
You did, but okay, there's 5 of them. All right, I could have sworn.
Great, sir.
No. You don't want to be on it when you trigger that.
If I can crawl under here. Put a marker there.
Oh, so you're going to beam to it the moment you trigger?
That's going to be the plan.
All right. Fingers crossed, everybody. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen.
It's all going to go great.
The first vault drop in Dishonored 2.
It's not going great.
No, it's not going great. Jump at the end. You'll save your knees.
I think this is scripted. I think you have to end up down here.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
But the vault isn't.
So yeah.
Yeah, which make you no sense.
Through the ceiling.
Yeah. Percy says, if this twin-bladed knife turns people into gods, why are we holding it like we're supposed to use it in combat? Yeah, that was a ritual thing. I'm guessing that's not going to, like, turn everybody we stab into gods.
I don't know.
Yeah, this is a totally normal knife.
Oh yeah, it's not breaking up in weird ways at all, like your arm.
It is in no way
affected by magic,
causing any problems here.
Yep. Nothing to see here. Oh,
all
we're
good.
In water? Oh, okay. To the streets. Well, I guess we're doing the sewer part anyway.
Ow! Why did that hurt me?
Overflow?
Perhaps.
It's hard water.
Badum-tish. So yeah, that's the bank job. I really like it as a level. I think it's really. It has all of the things that I really like in Dishonored. Lots of different ways of going through an environment.
Oh yeah,
different.
Highly variable. So that is
little
definitely
puzzles
neat.
And things like that. But one of the things, and I think, bearing in mind it's not technically meant to be a full standalone game, but
right.
I do find it a bit frustrating that we're back at this this district so quickly.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Where
it's basically 2 levels in one store, and yeah, okay, you spend most of the time in a large interior, but the sort of the outer wrapper of the level is the same as the last level, and I just think, could there have been a way of spreading that out a wee bit? I don't know.
Like having the bank somewhere else in a different region, in a different department,
or even just like having a mission in between the 2.
Yeah. Okay, I see that. It almost feels like you're rubber banding back and forth to places you've already been and things you've already done, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
It feels artificially.
They could have
extended.
skipped it by having a planning stage where you chose the entry point and then having it start there.
Yeah, as opposed to running through.
Go directly from the boat to the roof, the sewer, or
Yeah,
whatever.
Destiny's done that. Even in expansions where you have like an introductory mission to a whole new things to do and things to see, and the first thing that they do is dump you exactly in the same place that you've been playing for the past 6 months. I also find that frustrating, so I can understand why.
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. It's like a really minor quibble that I have. In overall, I think this is a great short expansion. I hope I'm not moaning.
Oh no, not at all.
I don't
That's my
intend
job.
to be moaning.
Okay, so now we're just going back to the boat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just going back to if we can get on top of the table.
Hey now.
Ow!
Oh, what?
How did you see me? How did you see me?
Well, they thought you were working for the money, so they all looked up. Come on. Hey, the moment you start, getting on tables, sorry, all eyes, would be on you, so that should have been expected.
Annoying.
Well, it's true, it's the way guys are.
You so dead.
Stop hitting me with rocks.
I'm love it.
trying
You're
to
being
teleport.
stoned to death. Wow, we haven't had a good stoning in I don't know how long. When was the last time you had a game with a good stoning?
Oh, fine. Let's just teleport over here.
Yeah, Leah says now, can we stab all of your victims with this knife and create a whole pantheon of outsiders? That was my thing. We don't know how this works.
Things are not going very well.
Let's stab some people with this knife, right?
Well,
all
I
right.
don't know.
Well, let's see.
Oh,
Who
no,
wants
let's
to be
die
God?
first.
You use it like a lightsaber? Oh, geez. Ooh, setting on fire now?
Okay.
Oh.
I kind of figured that was going to end that way.
Huh.
Yeah, me too.
Well, let's not do that again. So you know what your problem is you don't crouch enough. That's the thing. You gotta crouch more. They can see you. You're too tall. You're leaning over the grate. Obviously, they're gonna shoot you. Is there another way? Do you have to go out onto that balcony in precisely that location?
Oh yeah, no, there's loads of other ways. I must have made a noise or something. They wouldn't normally have detected me there.
Mm-mm. You broke wind at just the wrong moment.
The streets should be crawling with guards by now. Nothing I can't.
Oops, wrong way.
Yeah, you say that, but you've already died once.
Well, actually, that's a good point. This isn't necessarily the wrong way. We can go through the sewers this way. And, ooh, maybe I can't because I haven't.
Oh, so you didn't go in that way, so you can't go out that way?
Yeah, possibly.
Oh, that's kind of mean.
Too bad. That just seems like that's just stopping you from consuming extra content. You know, like
That's
if we didn't see the sewers on the way in, maybe we want to see them on the way out.
A little limiting.
Or
Percy says,
it's making you replay several times.
Yeah. Percy says, oh, better yet, stab a rat and all hail the reign of the almighty rat god.
The rat cider.
I think Oh, jeez, that's terrible. Oh, God. We had enough rat kings over in Divinity Original Sin, though.
Somebody just shouted alarm, so I think it might not have been me that woke them up last time.
I hear frogs.
Beats me. But they must have been after a big prize to make it worth the trouble. What do you think it was?
No, I think it was my fancy knife.
I hope it weighs them.
Oh, you mean when you were waving that thing around?
Come on, let's go.
No, the guards are talking about what was worth breaking into the vault for.
Yeah, they thought it was diamonds.
Don't jump on the thing.
I just want to jump on that. Just
Can't you go down the stairs to the left? Would that be easier?
Only problem with this void thingy is that you fall so quickly.
Something. Anything.
Round up the usual suspects.
This wouldn't be the first game to do that.
That guy's gonna be on you in a second.
Yep.
Not in a good way.
Well, do you know what? We're just gonna go this way.
Went into the garden.
Bye!
Hey, who are you? Stop!
It's totally fine.
Speedrun
Nobody
strats.
sees anything. Yep. Bye!
Perfect damn. That's it. Let's go. No way.
I thought we weren't going.
Isn't the boat back there?
Yep, but I need to lose this guy first.
Oh, you can't just get in the boat?
No, they will shoot.
Huh. Yeah, you're in a boat. I mean, you'll get away out of range fast enough, right?
But if I can crouch on a roof, I'll be invisible.
Yes, that works much better.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You think so?
6.
I'm just gonna.
I don't know if that one of the last from the back
what?
is another guard or just a random person.
I don't know. It
Boom
seems like a
charms
great
I have
opportunity
here.
to me, but you know.
Ooh, I would like that one.
And you haven't shot anybody yet, so.
Show yourself.
Let's these guys all need a chance to prove themselves, I think.
What, in Mortal Kombat?
Yep. That's what good people do, right? They help people develop their professional skills.
Ouch. You can tell they had way too much fun with the physics engine with this. it wrong of me? All I can think of is Aerosmith's Ragdoll.
You really don't seem very concerned about.
No.
Yeah, everybody has lost interest, even as you take people out by.
Hello, anybody?
Hooking them to the wall.
Yep, by mines, by stabbing, by whatever. They seem very, very disconcerted about their coworkers.
See, you're a civilian, so I'm going to be kind.
And just choke you out and throw you in the river. Now, can you get all the bodies into the river so we can get a head count?
He might have hit the boat on the way down.
You think? Actually, yeah. If you start filling up your boat with bodies and driving the boat around everywhere, do the bodies all stay with
is the
you?
other body still in the boat where we left it, or is it not? No, it looks like it's despawned.
No, it's gone. Yeah, I think when you
Put one of them in the boat.
out,
Then.
it resets the level.
Put one of them in the boat.
But,
I think he meant our boat.
Yeah, our boat.
Or the skiff.
Come here, dude. Be down there. Oh, no. That's not what it's. Stay in Upper Syria. There, he's kind of.
He's on the boat.
Very embarrassing
He's not out
position.
of the boat. So I just want to show you what this sword
Knife does?
does.
What the knife does, yeah.
Does it shatter them in a million pieces or something?
This dude here. It knocks them forwards, which is pretty cool.
Wow. Okay.
It's like a.
Doesn't knock them out.
No, it just knocks them around.
Ouch.
So wait, it's non-lethal. It doesn't have a lethal move.
It's
Sure,
not
if you
lethal,
stab
but
them
it's
with it.
you can still stab people with it. Like I could stab this guy, but I'm a good person who doesn't do that.
Maybe we should have a vote in the chat.
Okay,
Ladies
so we
and
still
gentlemen,
don't
do you
know
think-
whether or not the knife turns people into gods because they're actually refusing to stab anybody with it.
Well, we haven't stabbed anybody yet.
Access wrench.
What? An access wrench?
Yeah, it's the thing that opens the sewers is the same thing that opens this door, which lets
Oh,
you
okay.
rob the black market down below, but I can't remember where it is.
I just thought it was like a regular door or something. I'm like, who needs a wrench for a door? Ooh,
some more money.
There's also guns and
And
bullets. Percy says, stab, stab, stab! I want you to stab somebody. Oh, wow.
Burned alive to light the world.
There we go.
So what? In another timeline,
popsicle stand.
we were wanted directly for Jessamyn's murder instead of.
Oh, or is that
Yeah, I think so.
Well, is that a reflection of our direct actions? Because maybe there are things that we got to do or haven't done that would make sure that that poster didn't go up? Maybe?
No, I think
No?
the time splits are all from the past, I think. But don't quote me on that.
So it could be that we just have been identified in one and not in another, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
We were never given to believe that she actually was the point person on that assassination, right? She was just involved in it.
I think they tried to make her so that she wasn't, and I would have thought it would be far more interesting if
I mean,
she
we
was.
saw it. I mean, it's in the beginning of the first game. It's an action scene that happens.
Hello, blood flies. Wait a minute. I thought we took care of the blood flies. I thought blood flies weren't a thing anymore.
This guy's keeping them as pets, I think. That looks like a special
That's
room.
Awful.
for it.
Yeah. Why are they staying in the special room?
She's not around.
Okay, we're gonna stab this guy.
I'm not in the mood.
Come in here. Oh, that
easy
alerted far more of you than I thought it would.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
they,
I think
they alerted
all of
everybody.
them are triggered.
Left, right, Perrier, thrust.
I just wanted to stab one of you to see if it would turn you into a god.
I love how you blame.
Well, I mean, we've
love how you
got
blame
zero
the
new
victims.
gods so far, so I think that theory's been tested.
Victim blaming.
I agree.
Yeah, I think we've exhausted that one. Okay. So that was the bank job. Is there anything else for this particular level?
That's the end of this level. So there's it would be the next level, which is.
Is it the last one?
No.
Oh,
the
good.
Second last one, I think.
Okay, so we might be able to wrap this up Saturday, you think?
I
Or are
think
both of them
on
really long?
Saturday. We could possibly do Saturday, I think, yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, so
Yeah.
we want to wrap it up here?
Yeah, I'll just
All right.
I'll
Oh,
let
we
these
actually
guys
have to get in
wander
the boat
off.
this time.
Well,
I'm assuming
you know.
there's an epilogue.
Well, actually, I don't have to get in the boat. I could.
You could escape via other means.
Yeah.
Ooh,
but
you can ride
it'd
the
probably
bird.
be faster to get in the boat.
Probably. Oh, you're just going to beam in? Rename the skip Calgon. Take you away.
What?
Oh, Pi says you have to go back and check in with Dowd. So.
Oh yeah, we haven't Dowd checked.
Well, we think Dowd is dead if the outsider
Well,
is to
yeah,
be trusted.
that's what we've been told.
Oh, Uncle Nate's in chat. Hi, Uncle Nate. Yeah, it seems just like Halo and Just Cause 3.
So, again, for some reason, we weren't a ghost and we weren't merciful. I don't understand this.
Gee, I don't know why. You're such a nice person and really friendly and outgoing and not
We
murderous
did the art
at all.
connoisseur.
That's the only one we
That's
did
the only
right.
one we managed, yeah.
That's the only one we did, yeah. We stole the targets
that's because of
we stole
Ply.
the contents of Galvani's safe. We sedated the bank personnel using the poppy tincture, and we stole the painting from the delivery boat.
Yep. But as far as everything else, we totally failed.
It's
But boy,
hard.
was it funny.
It's hard.
I know, video game playing. It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, there are 2 more levels. Mission 4, the Stolen Archive, and Mission 5, A Hole in the World.
Yeah. So a hole in the world can be quite long, depending on how you play it.
All right, so do we want to speed run 4 then to make sure that we can get it within time, or
Well, okay,
just
put it
have a
this
little
way.
less variation?
If you could possibly judge the length of levels by the number of bone charms which they contain, right? The first mission contains 6. The second one, which we did only part of last time, contains 18. The bank job, which we just did, contains 11. Mission 4, the next level, contains 12, but Mission 5 contains 27.
Ooh, a lot of bone charms.
So I'm thinking maybe that last one needs to be its own.
Yeah, I think it should be its
Session.
own one. Yeah.
Water hissing.
I mean, I don't know. What do people want to do? Do we want to try and hammer through this level?
Oh, so Dowd is dead.
How many tried to kill you and came no closer than I did all those years ago? How much coin?
Or earlier today, for that matter.
Now no one but the Void can collect. For years, I imagined the outsider offering me his mark. Instead, he's given me the knife that made him. A weapon that can surely unmake him as well. I can't begin
How did we get to Shirley?
his motives, but I know what Dowd wanted. And if he's got to wander the Void forever, maybe I can give him some measure of peace by ending this. As the dreadful whale burned to cinders, did the outsider laugh or just watch? Same as me. It's as fine a pyre as I could make. Farewell, Dowd. I'll finish what you started.
That just seems wasteful.
Yeah, excuse me. Why did we burn our
and it burned
jet?
away in hours.
Because we were setting up that anagram pun for 2 whole games.
One of the eyeless, a painter and pharmacist, stole information about how to enter the Void. His name was Cienfuegos, and he was obsessed, just like the rest of them. But he went too far. Before the eyeless killed him, he sent what he'd stolen to the curator of the Royal Conservatory. Maybe she could have helped him. He never found that out. The curator is gone, but whatever Cienfuegos sent her is still there. The Abbey of the Everyman has taken over. They've sent overseers and oracular sisters to search the place for heresy. I need to find whatever's left of the pharmacist's archive before they tear the conservatory apart.
Baycrow says, the maintenance must have been expensive on that ship.
Oh god, yeah. Can you imagine? I mean, it's basically a hole in the water. You just throw gold bars.
So, do we want to? Should we try finishing this level today?
Oh, is it?
That's up to you guys. Hey,
which level is this?
Chat. Do we want to?
So this is level 4.
This is 4. This would be 4.
I don't think so. We've gone on 3.5 hours so far.
Okay, so should we do this level next week?
If the number of bone charms is any indication, this level is possibly as long as the last one, which would be another 2 hours at this rate of play.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll just have a shorter episode.
Yeah, so I think we just have a slightly shorter episode next week, and then a full-length one for the last level.
To check that ledger.
Or we'll do like
sounds
several.
good to me.
Yeah, or we'll do several variations of it, trying to repeat through it, because we'll die horribly in several different interesting ways.
Also a possibility.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Well, I'd like to thank
That
everyone
works
for
for me.
tuning in. We certainly hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for everybody that joined us in chat. We certainly hope that you are having a good time as much as we are. Please stay tuned for next Saturday. We're going to be continuing on with this because Jilly, of course, is getting a life, so her plans have been changed slightly. So we're going to be accommodating her. But Nark and I are also going to be doing our regular playthrough with something else. Possibly.
What is
Fallout.
that all about?
What? The monkey?
Yeah. What's with the monkey?
The monkey in a suit.
Yeah.
You don't have monkey suits?
Well,
like
it's a
monkeys in suits? In
It's
your...
a de-headed monkey in a suit to hang on the wall?
That's
I don't know.
weird. That's a weird thing.
Maybe it's the king of the monkey empire. I don't know. I guess we were going to leave that for next week, but yeah. I guess it's one to leave it on. We'd like to thank you all for watching, and we certainly hope you tune in again. I am Blackstar, along with Narcogen, and she is Jillybean. We are rampancy.net. Please feel free to check out all the rest of our videos for anything that you may have missed or might be curious about on our YouTube channel at rampancy.net. Thank you all for watching, and we certainly hope to catch you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye!
Dowd, it's good to see you, old man.
You up for one last job, Billy?
Who's the mark?
The black-eyed bastard responsible for all the chaos.
We're gonna kill the outsider.